Is it the fate of those born on that planet? Is it the destiny of those who inherit that bloodline? Carrying all of this on your shoulders, you embark on a journey to discover yourself. The meeting of CG movies and 3D polygonal characters has created a new trend in RPGs. PlayStation movie-like RPG, Ancient Roman Power of Darkside. Brought to you by Nihon Systems. Hello, Charkie.
Hey, Cass.
We're doing this. We're really doing this.
Yeah.
And I didn't know we would ever do this. I never knew this opportunity would arise, but thank you to Snowy Aria, Esper Knight, and the rest of the translation team, who have brought us 1998's Ancient Roman Power of Darkside for the
26 years in the making.
Yeah, it took 26 years to make its adventure all the way out here, and it's arrived on these shores, and I think we're gonna regret it. I think we're going to wish it had never darkened our doorstep.
This is a present from me to you.
Magic Mouse, thank you for subscribing with the comment.
It
Roam
is
if you
not
want
over
to. Roam around the world. So, this game, what do you know about this game? Let's start there, Charky. What do you know about this game?
Here's what I know about it. Absolutely nothing. I had never heard about this before until the announcement of the translation, and a lot of people I know, and even a lot of people I know who I don't know for being into like the bad game scene, were like, "Oh my god, this is finally translated."
Yes, and
So
again,
it feels like I missed something here.
I also want to again link to Snowy R. I'm going to link to them in chat here and in the description of the video if you want information on how to obtain this patch for yourself. We'll get into why this game is known, because this is not a game that has been known. This has not been an infamous kusoge in the same way that, like, Spelunker on Famicom or Death Crimson have. Its reputation came late in life, really only in the past 6 years has this game been known even to Japanese players. This is one that released, flew under the radar for the most part, had some amount of hype around its release, but was ultimately so disappointing that people just wanted to move on. And it was thanks to the World Wide Web, the internet at large, beginning in the 2010s, late 2010s, early 2020s, that it has picked up it has a second life here in a world and an internet that's more appreciative of bad games. And we will get into all of that. We will get into the scant bits of information we know about this Nihon Systems, the most generic developer name. For those who don't know, Nihon is just Japan. It's like Nippon, Nihon. You might as well just say Japan Systems, which I cannot think of like a worse company name. It provided some problems too in trying to research for this, by the way, which I did do the research. I do have a substantive amount of slides to get through, all Japanese web. I did the work of translating a lot of it, gleaming the important details. But my familiarity with this game, I should also mention, is having known about it since the 2020s. Since, like, the year 2020, I think. I was clued into some trends emerging around this game. Namely, its soundtrack. Namely, remixes of the game's soundtrack. Which is something infamous. We will certainly get to that. We will certainly be hearing lots of it. Thank you for the raid, Johnny Baghead. I'm also going to say this, just up front, fair warning. This is an RPG, a JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
90% of this game is fucking dialogue.
Yeah. Y'all like voices?
We're gonna have to bring up the character voices for this one just to have, like, anything happening here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to comment on, narratively, structurally, design-wise, but it is between interminably long, sometimes, scenes of absolutely nothing happening, of, like, no actual progress being made, no, like, narrative progression, just, like, waffling about.
Hey, I played the Persona games. This is fine.
So we're gonna do our best to make it exciting. We're gonna find things to talk about, but just fair warning. I mean, if we recently wrapped another RPG, Descent to Undermountain, which we joked throughout the process of that 5-part stream. This should be like 4 parts, by the way. With any luck, this should be 10 to 12 hours as opposed to 15. But we joked about that game being stream poison. So it remains to be seen. We will see with this one how engaged an audience will truly be. At least stick around for the history section. If you're listening to me, say this game we're about to commit to 10 to 12 hours of, watch the history section. See if anything there catches your attention, catches your interest.
Well, I think there's another section that our crowd is generally pretty responsive to. Don't you agree?
Yeah, hit us with the stream snack.
Right.
Take it away, friend.
All right, tonight's stream snack for our food is bringing it in here. Once again, having those crispy tacos. Surely it won't feel like I'm biting into glass this time, right?
Surely.
Oh, no, still does.
Well, silly. That's your plate of glass. That's the plate of broken window that you left next to.
I'm eating the bowl instead of the tacos. That's right. But to wash down this, oh god, I'm glad this is the last of those tacos. Shit. To wash it down, I'm having Bucked Up Energy Rocket Pop.
I'm sorry, that was bucked up?
Bucked up because there's like a silhouette of a deer head on the front, or stag head, and it says, "When you feel it, you just got bucked up." Very
Right about
annoyingly, I would say. It's got the red, white, and blue all over those deer heads. Not really feeling that right now, but not really feeling that ever. But does it taste good? Does it taste like America?
I think right about now, it's time to buck up with the biggity bucked up energy shot.
What is that flavor?
America. Okay, you ever seen that IHOP commercial, or was it Denny's? It was one of the places that serves breakfast, and they were doing like July 4th pancakes that were covered in red, white, and blue, like berries, and someone's eating it, and he asks, "Red, white, and blue pancakes, what do those taste like?" And like some old like trucker dude leans over to him and says, "America." What does America taste like? I guess America tastes like pancakes. What does it taste like?
Okay, you ever go to the dentist, right? And they say at the end of the cleaning, like, you want to do the fluoride, $25? And you're like, yeah, sure. And they put the fluoride in, they put the thing in your mouth, and you bite down on it, and you're sitting there for like 2 minutes. It tastes like that. It tastes like the fluoride they use after the cleaning at the dentist's office. This is, I think, the worst of the energy drinks I've had on the show.
That's impressive. Well, that's going to get us off on the right foot, I'm sure. That's going to certainly not be a prophecy of things to follow.
I do got to say, it does say, but the flavors are supposed to be on here. Blue raspberry, lime, and cherry all mixed together. I'm not tasting any of that.
To what end?
Because it's supposed to taste like one of those rainbow popsicle things, those red, white, and blue rocket pops. I will say, 300 milligrams of caffeine, if I remember correctly.
Well, that'll do ya.
I need that to get through the day. It tastes like shit, but I need my energy.
Medically necessary for tonight's stream. Also want to shout out Snowy Aria in the chat, who says, "I'm sure this is a normal game of normal levels and nothing weird." I mean, you'd be the expert. You lead us down a primrose path, you. There's nothing to it but to do it, huh?
Let's go for it.
All right, beginning with a bit of the old history. Neon System Incorporated. They were a studio founded in Japan, believe it or not, in the year 1986. They're speculated to have collaborated with Sega in their early years on the development of the Gigas arcade hardware kit, and believed to have developed the small handful of games released for that particular piece of hardware, which include the titular Gigas, its sequel, 1987's Perfect Billiard and Free Kick, and 1988's Counter Run are all the games that came out across that particular piece of arcade kit. And that last one was just a remake of one of Sega's previous games, Head On, which was kind of like this big deal for them back in 1979. I don't know who needed an updated version of it in 1988, but so it goes. From there, they continued to develop games for the arcade through the rest of the 90s, such as 1990's Sky Smashers, 1998's Fever SOS, 1999's Puzzle D Bowling, which I think is like a Bubble Bobble, but with bowling iconography instead of cute little dinosaur guys. And then they also worked on an anime mahjong hentai game for the Saturn, 1995's Mahjong Angel Kiss. And
I mean, who didn't work on an anime hentai mahjong game?
Believe it or not, most
then?
studios, most respectable studios did not.
That's not the impression I got. From,
it depends.
Whatever.
And also they did the PlayStation versions of Raiden and Raiden DX. I think one of them is called like the Raiden Project. So they did some conversion work there. Of course, this is all assuming that Nihon System and Nihon Systems both refer to the same generically named company, because there may be like a situation here where there was two companies operating at the same time with roughly the same name. The fact of the matter is that consistent credits across those games are kind of hard to track, being that a lot of them were arcade games, which just didn't have real credits in them. And the simple fact that there's just like barely any information out there about this company. I tracked it all down. This should be pretty exhaustive, what I have here, but just bear in mind there's going to be a lot of gaps in this story that remain to be filled. This is the cover to that Mahjong Angel Kiss and a screenshot from it, a safe screenshot from it, even. What I'd safely infer, what I would say, even not knowing which company was necessarily responsible for which games, just knowing that there was a Nihon System responsible for the game we're about to play tonight, what I can infer is that that company were clearly looking to establish an anime-themed IP within the games industry. They wanted to present players with an appealing cast of characters that they could potentially merchandise down the line. And with the release of Final Fantasy VII on January 31st, 1997, Neon probably took notice of the success of the 3D RPG format and recognized the potential to build their empire on the back of something like that. They wanted one of those that they could, Square did plenty of Squaresoft at the time, and I know people mentioning Enix in the chat and how they did some VN stuff, some eroge back in the day. But back when Square just was Squaresoft and released Final Fantasy VII, they capitalized on it, to be sure, with merchandising, but not to the extent that like you could with an anime. They weren't necessarily doing like a whole bunch of figurines, drama CDs. Like they didn't have voice actors, for one thing, which was a big factor against them. Is that that is every character in that game is speaks in that game but doesn't have voiceover, and so that's a big miss in terms of potential revenue. Is that you get those idols, those seiyuu out there to promote the damn game.
We're gonna fix that tonight for Ancient Roman.
There is voiceover in this game. There is a fair bit of it, just not for all of it. But we'll get into the voice acting in a bit, as a matter of fact. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Nihon System realized that if they were to launch a 3D JRPG of their own, they could like merchandise it the hell and back. They could build a potential empire out of Ancient Roman. There's one issue. They had precious little experience in the RPG space, never mind a full-fledged 3D RPG, which was just basically coming to fruition at this point in time. That these are like the early days of the 3D RPG, the early days of 3D, really. So Nihon System were kind of in need of a what we call a ringer to make their dream reality. Another studio that could do the heavy lifting as far as the making the game portion is concerned. Enter Fuga System. Fuga System were another Japanese development house established in 1990 to produce RPGs for home computer systems, namely the PC-98. It was fucking huge at the time. They rose to some level of success with a series by the name of Amaranth, which spanned 4 entries and a remake between 1990 and 1995. They had a couple other RPGs in very similar style. There's 1993's Orstedia and 1994's Dead Force, which all explored the RPG genre with a top-down perspective and tactic combats. None of these games, by the way, I should mention, have ever been translated as far as I'm aware, so these are... all I could glean was from screenshots in the time I had to research this, and from this snippet that describes the plot of the Amaranth series. This is just from Japanese Wikipedia, by the way, so... the protagonist of Amaranth is Lien Fremde, a man who is bound to never die. If he dies, he will be reincarnated in another time or world with an 18-year-old body and mind, and all memories up to that point lost. The series is a top-down action RPG modeled after Nihon Falcom's Ys series and Microcabin's Sark. But what sets it apart is that it has a medieval German-style setting, and that the names of characters and locations in the game are based on that theming, which was its unique angle. We're going to cut here to the cover of just one of the Amaranth games, 3, and a screenshot of it. They all pretty much look the same, you know, despite coming out within a span of 5 years. It was still for the same hardware, so it didn't really meaningfully improve. Maybe past the first one, but again, I'm speaking purely speculatively. I couldn't fucking play these. What I can say is that Fuga seemed to wind down near the end of 1995. The PC 98, its heyday was done. Amaranth seemed like successful enough for them, successful enough to get like 5 releases out of it. It had its distinctive styling and setting. It had a recognizable pair of protagonists. These two on the cover appeared on every cover across the series, so I assume there's like recurring characters across all the games. That's probably Lien Fremde on the right there. But it never broke through into the mainstream market, right? It was kind of sequestered to home computer. It never had any crossover media or console conversions, for that matter. And so its reach was limited. What Fuga's system were in need of, for their part, was a company willing to back their efforts in embracing emerging 3D technology, and who understood the value of character-driven RPGs in the anime style. Hey, Nihon, meet Fuga. Fuga, meet Nihon. The two teams that we've mentioned so far begin on a collaborative project in 1997, where Fuga staffers are brought onto Nihon's system and tasked with, as I said, much of the heavy lifting on the game to be developed, which at this point in time is tentatively titled Fantasian World. That is the working title for Ancient Roman, apparently, according to magazine previews. Accomplishing the programming, design the characters and the graphics, is the stuff that Fuga system staffers were doing. For all intents and purposes, from everything that I can gather from looking at the credits, former Fuga staff comprised the bulk of the team members on this game, while Nihon staffed roles largely amounted to like executive and producer positions. Clearly, like, they had some amount of money saved up somehow, and were investing it in this project, and investing it in people who they presumed had the know-how based on the fact they had run a somewhat successful franchise that conformed to a lot of what they wanted, and being like very character-driven. And when I say character-driven, I mean like... Okay, so RPGs, right? This will be brief. I hope. Like Dungeons and Dragons and Ultima, like these style of RPGs that we're familiar with during this time in the early 90s, late 80s, are not what you'd call character-driven. They're mechanic-driven, right? And the characters are like, you build your character, you create your character, you fill in the blanks of their personality, you imagine that stuff. Whereas, you know, JRPGs have typically, not always, but around this time in particular, we're leaning into like defined characters and anime-esque plots. Like really just like plots, like just more story-driven, more narrative-driven. But like they very much leaned into the anime style, and so that's what I mean when I say like a character-driven RPG. That's just kind of what I'm shorthanding for, is basically just like the JRPG style as it's been established today. I hope that makes some sort of sense. I hope I'm not offending any RPG sickos by saying that. This is a photograph, which I had to blow up like 8 times, and it is very lossy, but this is from a Nihon System panel at the Tokyo Game Show in 1997. Which is going to factor into this snippet I'm about to read. This is from what I think is one of the best sources I was able to track down. It's from Japan's Note.com. It is from a user called Mochi on Hand, and it is an article in which this person did was inspired to do research on the development history of this game and unearthed a lot of details, a lot of magazine coverage of this game, but one in particular that's going to stand out shortly. What we're going to get into here is the process of auditioning the voice actors for the game, which was in itself the major promotional push for Ancient Roman, which was the casting of its new talents, its new faces. So I'm going to quote pretty liberally, paraphrase pretty liberally from this article I just linked. At the time auditions were being held in June 1997, the game was introduced as an original RPG being developed with all the efforts of Nihon System, a company that had been well received for its shooter game Raiden Project and other titles, and which was scheduled for release in November of 1997, so you get an original release date. This was the first of 6 blockbuster titles planned. That's what we call putting the cart before the horse. This was supposed to be a series that spanned at least 6 installments. Spoiler alert, it doesn't make it past the first one. For reasons we'll get into over the course of the next 10 to 12 hours.
I'm reminded of like how every game during the 6th generation had a movie deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People really thought that like every game had the potential to spawn this huge media franchise. And most of them didn't. So I'm going to continue here. In May 1997, auditions for Ancient Roman were held in the magazine Seiyu Grand Prix. What the title of this magazine implies that it's a magazine, a trade publication for prospective voice actors, Seiyu. People who are looking to break into the industry or who are looking to keep up with industry news. So if you were like a reader of this magazine, it meant that you were like firmly entrenched in the industry and looking for roles, or otherwise like keeping up with idols and whatnot. The event was organized by Nihon System. At the time of application, there were 3 slots open for the roles in the game of protagonist Kai, the fairy Farah, and female lead Massilia. I don't know what her name translates as in the translation we're about to play, as I don't remember offhand. But this basically 3 of the main characters that they were holding open auditions for. Anyone over the age of 16, regardless of professional or amateur status, was eligible to apply, and considering that this was the voice acting debut for some of the voice actors, it is likely that the aim was also to employ new and young voice actors. Which is to say that part of their promotional tactic was to like discover some new talent that they could potentially like build stuff around, like come up with roles for in the future. They wanted to break people big into the industry off the back of this game. They wanted like these actors to be grateful for the roles, the opportunity they were given, and to want to appear in future projects and so on and so forth. Perhaps due to the fact that the audition was open to both professionals and amateurs, there were ultimately 990 applications, an unusually large number for an audition project run by only one magazine. After the first round of auditions, recorded tapes, and the second round, interviews, the results were announced in the magazine's, what's the 10th month? October. An October 1997 issue. Originally, 3 finalists were selected, but during the final round, at the request of the head of the judges, Nihon System's own director, Sugano Mata, a special prize role was awarded. Sugano Mata said that when he heard high schooler Nakajima Saki, when he heard her voice, he really wanted to select her for the role of Serena in the game. So they extended themselves a little bit more to be like, and this lady, she's really got it. Through this audition process, 4 people were finally selected. Takahashi Naozumi, who plays Kai, Nakayama Manami, who plays Massilia, or Michella, as Snowy Aria points out in chat, thank you. Morimoto Mariko, who plays Farah, and the aforementioned Nakajima Saki, Serena, special award. Incidentally, it is mentioned that this was the debut work for both Nakajima and Morimoto, so they were new faces here. After this, the Grand Prix magazine launched a big promotional campaign with a voice actor talk show at the Tokyo Game Show 97, pictured here, with Seiyu Grand Prix' editor-in-chief Ando on the stage. The magazine itself would go on to feature 2 double-page spreads on the insides of the covers, an introduction in the corner of the magazine, the actor Takahashi, who plays Kai, appearing on the CD, supplemental CD that was packaged in with an issue of the magazine, and a photo feature of the 4 voice actors. The audition process, needless to say, had been a success, And the editorial department probably had pretty high expectations for this project that they had invested so much of themselves into and so much page space in their magazine, too. This is the flyer for the PlayStation Club Festival for 1998. This was a fan event, a trade show type deal that would have taken place in Japan, where consumers were public at large could come out and see some of the games in development, and in the same way you would with like an E3 or what have you back in the day. What's notable about this showing in particular, about this particular event, is that a demo version of Ancient Roman was displayed for the first time. And we have details of it, and we actually mercifully do have footage of it, courtesy of a YouTuber we'll be getting into a bit later, too. But first I'm going to describe some of the differences here, even though I know we haven't seen the actual game yet. The show floor demo version was also distributed in an event held at the time, the PlayStation Club Festival 1997-1998. Oh, and this information comes from the EtWiki, which is one of the go-to resources if you're ever looking at like obscure kusoge. This wiki usually has a page for it. This demo included the game's opening cutscene and the end of the mining village set piece. And although it did allow players to fight enemies, the game system and presentation were quite different from the final version. First of all, at the starts of battles, there were cut-ins with 2D illustrations and voice lines for the party members. There is no denying that the tempo of this was poor, but why did they eliminate one of the few strong points of the game, which was high-quality illustrations when finalizing the game? This is paraphrasing again from this EtWiki article. In addition, the word henshin, transform, can be seen in the battle commands, which was not a feature included in the final version. It's unclear whether the reason for its exclusion was due to issues with battle balance or if the inability to prepare transformation graphics got in the way. But if it had been implemented, the handling of the power of the gods in the game would have been better, and that's going to play into a feature, a mechanic in the game. The power of the gods will come back. We'll come back to that point. I could just read this. Let me just show the goddamn video instead of trying to describe it without any sort of like visual reference on screen. It's probably bad form. So give me a second here. This is footage courtesy of Karasuma A on YouTube, who bought a copy of the trial version, who managed to track down the demo disc that played on the show floor and to put up footage like of it being played in its entirety. So it looks a little something like this. These are the character cut-ins, as mentioned. Again, not present in the final game. The character models here are different from the final product. These are like super deformed style. That characters flew into the screen, which is a different effect. Whenever a character does an attack, instead of backing up their position, they wrap around the entire world like the Flash or like Superman. So that's just a little visual sample there. So there's a lot of differences between what that footage looked like on the show floor and the final product. But you'll notice there were some weird pauses in that video, right? That remained consistent somehow, and that's something we'll have to deal with when we get into the game itself. Unfortunately. Here's some cover art for a couple of albums that released prior to the game's release. As mentioned, a key element in promotion for Ancient Roman was clearly the cast of voice actors. That was like the big promotional push for it. As much, as a promotion for an anime probably would have prioritized at the time, as much as like you have a Seiyu, who makes the rounds like on TV or whatever as they're promoting like an upcoming anime. Like, they were trying to get into that space. They were trying to treat Ancient Roman as, like, that kind of property. To this end, and likely to further selling Ancient Roman as a property ready-made for anime adaptation, which I think was probably, like, a thought in the back of their mind, the drama CD, pictured on the left, would release on March 28th, 1998, establishing a prequel story to the video game entitled The End of the Forsaken Castle, which gave some of the actors an opportunity to demonstrate their range, play some alternate versions of the characters. They fleshed out their world, and they enticed consumers with the prospect of Ancient Roman becoming this long-running franchise, surely, with potential for time-hopping shenanigans as well, much like that Amaranth series that Fuga System had been working on. I think they were trying to kind of, like, sneak elements of that in, stuff that they were comfortable with. like settings that they like had an interest in. I mean, we mentioned that one taking place in medieval Germany. The name here, Ancient Roman, which doesn't actually apply at all to the setting of the game, as we'll see it when we get into it.
I was wondering that because I have seen you play a little bit of this.
But paying lip service to the idea of antiquity, at the very least.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Because the whole drama CD thing is not something we saw happen in the West.
Sure.
If they had released Call of Duty drama CDs, Modern Warfare drama CDs, how all over that shit would you have been?
I would have collected them all. I would have absolutely wanted to hear conversations, intimate conversations between Soap and Price. I would get invested in those characters. It would have been bad, man. It would have been rough.
Yeah.
And for reference, by the way, if people who don't know what a drama CD is, it's just like an audio novel. It's like a radio play. Recorded to CD. It is like the characters, and you maybe have like a narrator character who establishes the setting in each scene. But you know, in the same way we used to have like radio serials and whatnot, but this would be like compact, like a tight hour or what have you, and it would be an excuse for all the voice actors to, you know, like have some more work, and people who were like really invested in either the actors and actresses or the characters or the setting or whatever would buy these things up in Japan. These were very often sought after collector's items. At the same time, like it's also not super uncommon for Japanese games of this time to have drama CDs. A lot of dog shit games had drama CDs. The Master's Fighter, which is like the worst PlayStation 1 fighter, and all the graphics in that game are straight up stolen from other video games. That fucking game has a drama CD for some reason. Anyway, additionally, there was a soundtrack album. That's the one pictured on the right here, which has songs on it, soundtrack, music. This is going to be important for when you compare the songs on the soundtrack to the songs in the actual game. Let's just say there's a disparity. Let's just say that they don't sound the same for reasons we will get into during the playthrough. And the game comes out April 23rd, 1998, and it does not do so hot. It does not do well, believe it or not. I have a few reviews here. Famitsu, who saw fit to award it 21 out of 40. Some of their comments include, character movements are awkward, clumsy controls in combat, weapon attack power increase and magic MP consumption aren't displayed, characters and doors in villages and towns are too small, making them hard to control or maneuver. The basic elements of RPG aren't great, and the game is, as a whole, unbalanced, which is a shame. So, great feedback there. Probably sort of stuff you want to hear before you release your game. Probably would have helped if someone had include them in during the development process. Dengeki PlayStation, another popular contemporary PlayStation magazine at the time, gave it an average score of 47.5 out of 100. Some of their comments include, the movement speed is slow and building is not smooth, so just moving around is stressful. The enemies are extremely strong and the battle balance needs to be improved. The characters are flat and polygonal, and the sound effects during battles are jarring. There are frequent and long loading times. It is undeniable that there are many aspects in which it falls short compared to other RPGs. The PlayStation magazine gave it a 75 out of 300, which is, you know, I always love weird-ass rating scales. Some of their comments include, the story is very forceful and lacks originality. The characters' movements are rough and strange in the battle scenes. The battle scenes end with poor graphics and sound. The judgment when touching doors in town is also poor, and sometimes there is no reaction. The events are long, and it is difficult to fight. It may not satisfy current users of the PlayStation, presumably. The one thing that all these magazines were willing to admit, were willing to come together on, were willing to agree upon, was that the quality of the CGI cinematics was okay, according to them. Famitsu writes, I think they've done a great job in terms of the direction and cinematics. I think the CG cinematics are quite impressive. The PlayStation wrote, the only thing that seems to be noticeable are the polygon cinematics that appear here and there. So everyone liked the CG in this. We'll be the fucking judge of that when we get into the game proper. The cover here, seen here, is for a 2018 book by the name of PlayStation Kusoge Ranking, published by published by My Way Publishing in 2018. So try saying that 3 times fast. So this came out 20 years after the release of the game. This is one of the first breaths of life that was given to Ancient Roman. This was one of his first resurgences in 2018 that put it back on the radar at least a little bit. This book goes on to detail how the game was largely developed by Fuga System. As they sort of unearthed, they crawled through the credits, like determine who was actually responsible for the game. They analyzed it. They wrote that the accumulation of specifications reminiscent of 1980s PC games throughout the game has resulted in a completely crappy game as a home game. The 3D technology is outdated, as it has been about 4 years, or it had been about 4 years since the release of the PlayStation in 1998. The article pokes fun at the game, saying, the old-fashioned feel may bring back memories for gamers in their late 20s and early 50s. So this is just to say that, you know, this magazine covered it, and actually those comments about Fuga System being involved in the development of it apparently pissed off some former Fuga team people, some former Fuga System people who came out on social media to be like, no, we didn't really do that much work on it. We were just a helper studio. The credits tell a completely different story, needless to say. So, not the kindest, not the warmest reception. Shortly after the release of Ancient Roman, the promotional deal with that Seiyu Grand Prix magazine falls through, believe it or not. To quote the Game Wiki, or no, I'm sorry, to quote that Mochi character on Note.com. With this result, which may have been expected even before the game's release, it is not difficult to imagine that the production of the sequels, which were supposed to run 6 titles, was shelved. As early as 1999, the banner for the official website was removed from the top page of an advertising firm website, Interginza G7, which is apparently like a big deal. Like, they promoted a lot of different brands and websites. It was like a link list type page, from what I can gather. And like
a web ring.
Yeah, and shortly thereafter, it was like, all right, pull the link, pull the banner. Don't like let anyone click through on this. It is unclear what kind of negotiations took place with Nihon System, but since the July 1998 issue after the game's release, Seiyu Grand Prix magazine remained completely silent about the game. It must have been a bitter ending for the editorial department, which had produced the voice actors. So they're not happy at the magazine end. Nihon System ain't happy. All the Fuga System employees surely ain't happy. No one is happy with this. With Ancient Roman's failure, Nihon System would pivot their way out of the game development industry and refocus on arcade amusement machine production, your little claw games and things of that nature. They attempted to re-enter the software market twice by my measurement, assuming it's even the right company. They had a 2006 game in the arcades called Kira Kira Idol Rika-chan, and then they had a 2007 reimagining of Crazy Climber for the Wii, called Crazy Climber Wii, funnily enough. But I don't think either of these games moved the dial much, believe it or not. And by the end of 2008, Nihon System would come to be acquired by another company with interest in arcade amusements by the name of Fluke, who persists today, continuing to develop arcade hardware, arcade machines and configurations and so forth. Most of this Fuga System staff, who had been employed by Nihon System for the development of Ancient Roman, would break from the studio, understandably so. They pursued roles in other companies or bowed out of the industry entirely. Ex-Fuga developers, as I mentioned, have attempted to distance themselves from involvement with the game on social media, claiming that their role was simply as a helper studio to a predominantly Nihon System man staff. Again, just not true. You look at those credits and they tell a completely different story. Everyone who was like a major role, programmer, graphic design, whatever, came straight from the Amaranth series. So, let it be known that revisionist history exists even in the Japanese games media, that even they are trying to like rewrite narratives around like their involvement with flop games. So, we mentioned that 2018 book about Kusoge. In 2020, this is where Ancient Roman really burst onto the scene. But for that to happen, we need to first talk about a channel by the name of Karasuma A.
Were you about to say Curtis Connor?
Yeah, I was about to say Curtis Connor really helped put the Ancient Roman on the map. You know, a member, a citizen of Curtistown. As I have my notes here, Ancient Roman seemed to largely wallow in obscurity in the decades to follow. It received mention as a notable kusoge across a few publications, including that kusoge book that I mentioned, but failed to catch on in as significant a way as other notorious PS1 era kusoge. What Ancient Roman needed in order to shine in the modern era was the medium of web video, and a channel able to highlight some of its most ridiculous scenes and its eclectic soundtrack. And so we enter Karasuma a former Nico Nico Doga creator who began his channel in 2012, who made their way to YouTube in 2017, and has since amassed like 1 million subscribers. They do pretty good. They have videos with like 5 million views, 6 million views. They're pretty big, despite being exclusively Japanese commentary and in no English subtitles. I would really like to translate some of those videos at some point. Beside the point, they've established themselves as a sort of unearther of obscure and awful games. They create characters to provide commentary in all of their reviews. They speak through a text-to-speech software. And they provide meticulous criteria for their assessments and rankings. They have running notes and tallies on the side of the screen as they go through all the points of the games that they cover. And on September 12th, 2020, the channel will debut their video on the subject of Ancient Roman Power of Darkside, covering the title as one of the absolute worst they had encountered in their time doing that gig. This is a screenshot of the video in question. The video in question released to rousing success, putting Ancient Roman and Kurosama himself onto the proverbial map. Karasuma would soon update all their branding across YouTube and social media to reflect their connection to Ancient Roman, make their avatar a still of this unnamed NPC from the opening FMV to the game, pictured here. Have you seen this face before, probably, somewhere? Even if your brain didn't recognize it, you know, you subconsciously picked up on this. It is definitely the defining image of the game, and it's also the defining image of this Karasuma channel as well. It's fair to say, I think, that Karasuma and Ancient Roman are kind of like irrevocably linked to each other at this point. That this creator's managed the feat of taking a sort of like ownership over this game that they have obviously had no involvement in producing, but they put it in the spotlight and they built all their branding around it in the same way that we've like co-opted the Big Rigs trophy for Bad Game Hall of Fame. They were very much doing a very similar thing at a point in time in 2020. So, you know, much respect to them for managing that feat. And probably the biggest lasting legacy now, or what the Karasuma video allowed to happen, was for this trend of creators doing remixes of the music. In particular, there's one song on the game soundtrack. The name of the village that you hear in is Sanatori Village. I think on the soundtrack it is called Mermaid Town. But let's just say that the in-game version of that song is something to behold, and has inspired countless MADs, music videos, remixes, arrangements, combinations with other songs. There's a whole playlist on YouTube. I might as well link to that too, where you can just hear like all these like incredibly creative remixes of this stupid, cacophonous song. And I think that's beautiful. I love it when stuff like this happens. Someone in the chat mentioned media reclamation. And yeah, people, the community, the internet has taken over this game, has made this their own, so to speak, at least in the Japanese web. And now with this English translation available, maybe Ancient Roman will also take over America now. Maybe you'll start to hear creators do their remixes on this end, on this side of the globe. Probably not. Sad to say, unless this playthrough goes real hard, unless this does numbers, perhaps.
Get into the Siva Gunner collective's hands.
Yeah, no, they'd have a field day with this. That's all I got for the history. Unfortunately, I think that means we gotta start the game now.
Oh, Cass. I don't feel good about this.
Yeah.
This energy drink, it's really bad. It really tastes like fluoride. This is the worst.
Yeah, no, just
this is
chug
a
it.
dark
Chug
day. This is a dark day for the stream snacks, because God, everything sucks. What are we playing?
Well, okay, let me start my script over again. So once upon a time, there was a studio called
Oh, I've
We're
heard of
doing
them.
this. I'll have you now.
Yeah, someone was talking about them for like 40 minutes.
Wow, what a loser. Once I press this start button, I mean, we're committing to this. This is the last chance. After a 45-minute intro, this is the last chance we have to back out of this. We could just do the intro as a joke, as a jape, and then play something else entirely.
Let me ask, just to be sure on my end, there's no audio on this title screen,
No,
right?
there is not.
Okay.
I'm pressing the button.
Yeah, that won't last.
You read this one. I gotta tweak the volume.
In a universe far from our own, a civilization once thought immortal was blown away in the blink of an eye. That senseless evil lurked in the shadows for untold years, before unleashing its hate upon Heinrogue. 17 years ago, Heinrogue? Kai, the young tragic prince who lost everything, begins his journey to find peace, love, and even himself. Let us open the curtains to his tale.
I got chills hearing that. Good job.
Heinrogue? Heinrogue.
Medieval German shit. It's the Amaranth developers.
Oh, Ancient Roman, right. For too many stars, rendering too many stars, frame rate dying.
That's probably not good.
It's fine.
An insignificant planet somewhere in outer space. Wait for it. There he is! The face that launched 1,000 memes in Japanese internet.
Well, you shouldn't have built your planet right there. What do you think was going to happen?
God shouldn't have made his
1,000
citizens
years
out of
passed.
glass in this universe. It's just the first time of explosion, they shatter to pieces.
Oh no, pop star. Kirby.
Not the clown!
Huh?
So this is all about... Oh, well, never mind, I don't have time. It's just gonna keep moving.
Like just that clock in the background makes it seem like she just forgot something, right? Like she's just like,
Did I leave the oven on?
the stove? Yeah, went for the same thing.
The babysitter's here.
All right, baby, it's your time to fight. Go get him.
Remember, the CG is one of the things I said was good about this game.
Yeah. Damn you, CPS.
Cool rock. So we've already spanned thousands of years in this intro. The world got destroyed 1,000 years ago, and probably like, once more 1,000 years ago before that. And we just did a 17-year time jump between that poor blue-haired lady and what we're about to encounter now. And just for your reference, just for your reference, this is the main character.
Yes. I know that we were going to come up to like 17 years later and it's a 17-year-old kid, but I would have liked it if it went to the lady. She was like, oh god, he's been gone for 17 years. We just never see that kid again.
Well, time to try again. We could do like a funny name for the main character. I'll just keep it as Kai. Whoa! Jeez, that hurts.
What happened, old man?
That's what I want to know, Sonny. We just got the call to meet up. You hadn't showed, so I came to wake you. You were having a nightmare, weren't you? You big piss baby.
Me? Having a nightmare?
Sure looked like it, you dweeb. You were shouting, "Mommy, mommy," like you were in pain. It was pathetic, honestly. I was gonna invite all the other people
Mommy.
in town to make fun of you, but then you woke up, and here we are.
No.
Smooth animation.
Instant transmission. That can't be. For one, I don't even know what my mommy looked like.
What a poor, pathetic loser, piss baby boy you are to be born into these times.
Oh, I know. Don't you poor boy me. I don't want your pity. Actually, just a little. Can I get a little? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Just give me a little pity at least.
See, I told you this voice would be perfect for this fucking loser. No, I'm sorry. I know you don't like hearing about your mother. Oh, right. They're still calling us outside. I came here to get you. Remember when I said that 5 lines ago? Let's get going, okay?
Right, thanks. Mommy, what's the call about this time?
Oh, let's walk away before I can tell you, I guess.
What's wrong, old man? Let's get going.
Ah, well, listen, it'll take me a second to get moving again. I'm old, you see. You go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Sure, I'll see you outside. Just so you know, I'm wearing a belt or my underwear, so you cannot wedgie me.
That's a good tactic. How pitiful. He doesn't even know his mother's face. Ha ha. And now he lives, forced to dig holes over and over. Shia LaBeouf! For some unknown monsters? What is the world coming to? Yeah, let's watch this old man hobble across the screen in real time. I'm getting Manos the Hands of Fate flashbacks. Just way early on. Alright, here we are. We're in game. We have a menu. What magic do we have? None. Go figure. Items, none. Equipment, believe it or not, none. We do have equipment slots, though. And unlike some previous RPGs we've played on this show, apparently statistics attached to items at least work in this game. Armor actually does increase your defense. Weapons do increase your attack. A novel concept, to be sure. Holding down X lets us sprint around. The game will advance once we talk to all these NPCs here. But let's go inside the building, see if we can't find some additional dialogue. Maybe meet some characters a little early. Pick up a hecka fruit or two.
Get some hecka fruits up in here, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to do the spin test for you. I'm going to rotate the analog stick.
Oh, yes, please. Good.
Does that pass?
You know what, this is a good spin test.
This passes your grade? All right, good.
Yeah.
Charkie approved. All right, this character is going to be important as well. I believe this is Michelia, so let me see if I have a voice for this. Your name is Kai, right? Is that anything? No, that's not anything.
It's better than what I could do.
Like, your name is Kai, right? I can do Valley Girl.
Wait. Hold up. You're cooking something.
I could go Valley Girl for this girl. Like, your name is Kai, right? Have you heard the rumor going around, Kai? They say there's a secret passage underneath one of the sleeping quarters. Maybe it leads outside. If only it were so easy to escape. How do you even hide such a passageway, and where? I think it's as much as we're gonna get out of her for now.
I wouldn't know where to find that passage. That's silly. There's no passage down. Meanwhile, he's hidden like all of his Sears catalogs down there.
No siree, Bob. Wouldn't know a thing about that. I got another hecka fruit. We're picking up hecka fruit right now. I think those heal like for like 100 points of health, which is more than we have in terms of HP right now. So that's a good start. Probably good to stock up on those. I know one of these buildings in particular has... Not this lady, it's a different one, but I'll talk to her anyway.
Oh wait, a diner girl. I got this one. Are you hungry?
like a 50-year-old Greek woman running a diner, just like smoker's voice, like all the way. This is smoking for like 100 years, 50 years before she was born.
there was a diner around here that had ads on the radio all the time, and like the woman who did the ads sounded like she spoke to Pack a minute. So it's the voice I'm going for.
By the way, do you appreciate these little animations, these natural conversations? You know, when I'm talking, I'm just whipping my head back and forth and extending my one arm, not the other one.
I need like door creaking sounds.
We don't have too much food to spare, sorry. Best thing to do is get some sleep and ignore your stomach.
Might be better needing some of the food here. But-cha! But-oh, howdy!
You hungry?
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
already
it's worth
told you
talking
we
to
don't
people.
have food.
I will talk
Get
to
out.
people twice. If I recognize this repetitive dialogue, I will skip it. So it's gotta be this building, then. This is the camp guard's dining hall. Alright, so we can't go in there yet? There's another character we gotta meet. And I would like to meet them.
Is it one of the people milling around town?
No, but I will talk to these people. I'll just do like generic NPCs here. To the north of us is Hergest Forest. I hear it's an extremely dangerous place. Yeah. Nothing I can't handle, I'm sure. How about you, old man? What you think they're trying to gather for us? Or gather us for, even? Don't tell me, do they mean to kill us all at once? Hey, did you hear the news? Someone found a weird gem in the mines yesterday. Apparently it shined a deep black color, too?
You ever go downtown and just pathfind?
That's how I spend my afternoons. Ugh, why is he calling us now? I was busy playing video games, and I bet he's in some terrible mood and plans to take it out on us.
There you go.
This is a present from
Thank you for
me to
re-upping the
you.
subscription, Frank Gothic. Here's some great quality CGI and that spin. Thank you. All right. No, you go. No, you got it. You got it.
All right, listen up, everyone. No work tomorrow. Stay quiet in your shacks and await your next orders. Are we clear?
Sir, yes, sir. All right, maybe this door is open now. Yes, it
All right,
is.
I love you. Goodbye.
Talk to you later, honey. Oh, nom. Huh? You didn't. You didn't see anything, okay? Don't tell anyone.
Wow, you eat? What a freak.
It's a promise between men. I don't know what voice I'm going for there. Is this supposed to be like a dumb oaf type? How do I do that?
Promise between men.
All right, you got it.
Oh, I got that voice now?
yeah, why not, right?
All right.
Okay, so I believe what I need to do.
I can't wait for Big Guy, Warden, and Kai to be the only 3 party members of the entire game.
It's locked. All right, well, fuck it then. Louise PSC says, incredible way to force someone to keep a secret. Just saying that before they even have a chance to respond. It's just like, and we're making a blood oath right now, and you don't have a say in the matter. All right, you may have noticed in this first room here that we started the game in, there was a barrel over here.
Yep. You know, I never noticed till now, but there's some scrapes on the floor under the barrel. Oh, God, this must weigh 3 pounds. Oh, I strained my back.
You
And I
found a hole in the floor.
I know, that's what I said. Whoa! Don't tell me, is this a secret passage? Well, only one way to find out. Mommy, is there a secret passage? Oh, that's right.
All right, here we are. The secret passage is found. A maca fruit there in this nondescript chest. And what's in
I'm
this
assuming
chest?
a maca fruit is like magic.
It's
restore.
health. Or yeah, maca
Oh.
is magic. Heka is health. Johnny Baggett asked, how many discs is this game, by the way? 2 whole discs. The actual treasure chest is empty. This random background element that's pre-rendered into the background had a healing fruit. All right, maybe this will take us out of town.
Huh? Where's this?
You can hear the warden talking on the other side of the wall.
That gem we dug up yesterday. We believe it's the core of dark side that we've been looking for. If we can harness the darkness within it, then we are one step closer to the edge, and I'm to the day the Demon Lord rules over this land.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me there.
With that, Lord Ramis, right hand of the Demon Lord, I have fulfilled my duty. A better job than that girl would have done, I might add.
Don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. If you've time to waste currying my favor, then you've time to spend digging out that gem.
What should I do with the villages?
What do you think, doofus? You're evil. Do as you see fit.
I see no need for them anymore, so might as well have fun slaughtering them.
I really don't care. I don't give a fuck what you do. It concerns me not what you do with them. Shut up and don't tell me. Just get to it.
I just wanted to share
Just
my
get me the
interest with you,
fucking
boss.
gem.
Shut up. I thought we could
Remind us
connect or
out.
something on the... yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll see to it now that preparations are in order. What the fuck? What an arrogant whelp. No way. I need to let everyone know.
Meanwhile...
Hey, Warden, you gotta know. You gotta hear about this.
You gotta hear about this plan I just heard, Warden. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed up again. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Yeah, please.
Kai told everyone else the things that he had overheard. What are we gonna do? I don't want to die. Not yet. I can't die here. If I do, then I live for nothing. Everyone, you have to listen to me. I used to be a servant at Heinrogue Castle. I saw many people from different walks of life there. I even saw people called heroes who were idolized by everyone. These people held a special spirite power. Using that sprites, they could make the impossible become possible. Shut up, Jonathan! You fucking hate hearing this guy. Here's this old man with his fucking old man wisdom again. Ooh, heroes. Kai, I can feel that same spirite power coming from you as well.
Definitely don't. What? Me?
Are you going senile, old man? Look at him. He's Kai. He's the village loser. He's the idiot we all dunk on. I gave him a swirly this morning. You're telling us he's a heroe?
Hey, you're right.
Quiet, will you? So scary. Kai, even if it means leaving us behind, I need you to escape from this place. You're going to play
Even
a
if it
vital
means getting
role.
the fuck out of this town.
Yes, you need to escape and leave us behind. Don't look back. Don't look back at us. Just keep running forward. You're going to play a vital role in this country's future. I'm sure of it.
Oh, man. How could you ask me to abandon you like that?
Trust
I'm
me,
your
it's-
best friend.
It's no worry to me. It's no problem to me. It's a request from a man not long for this world. Please reconsider.
No, I could never do something so horrible.
God damn it, the plan's not working, guys. It's the plan to run Kai out of town. It's failing. It's falling apart in real time.
The plan to do what?
Kai.
I don't care what you say. We're getting out of here together. You and me, best friends till the end.
What? Don't be ridiculous. We'll be caught if we all try to go.
That's why we'll find and outnumber them. I'll kick their ass. You guys really want to? Rot here for the rest of your lives? We can escape, but we all have to work together. No matter how many monsters there are, we can beat them off if we fight as one.
I like the sound of that. Count me in.
Wilbur. You got like a Mr. Ed thing going on there.
All right, guys, grab anything you can use as a weapon.
You can grab me if you want. Just swing me around.
Kai, if we fail, promise me you'll run for your life.
No, don't worry about that. I'm fucking out of here the second something looks bad.
It's my final wish.
We'll make it out okay, I'm sure of it. Chat, let me know if my Kai voice is, like, unbearable. I can adjust it.
Alright, he just did a thing.
Yo, your name's Kai, right?
You know what? Do you have a Stallone in you?
Wait, there's a trick to Stallone. Hold up. I need to do a Yogi Bear. Hey, boo-boo. And now you get drunk. Hey, boo-boo.
Alright, there we go. That's like a Patrick
Kai,
Warburton is what you're doing now, which also works for me.
I like... Hold on, I have one other voice. Hold on. Yo, your name's Kai, right? How about that?
I don't know what the fuck that voice is. Go with the Patrick Warburton. Was it Fat Albert? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm home, sir.
Oh, okay. Fuck it, I'm taking it. Hey, your name's Kai, right?
Oh, I liked Big Man.
Brought some gear for you, Peter. Make sure to equip it. It won't help you otherwise. You got a knife. Mom, they're running around with a knife. Stop them. You got a trash can lid.
Hey, thanks. And what's your name? And why'd your voice change?
Mr. Red. The name's Burke. Burke Schwartz. I like want to help too.
What?
I said I wanna fight alongside you. Fuck you, take it over again. I don't want to do two voices.
Now, hold on there, little missy.
Machilia, what are you saying? You'd only be a burden on them out there. I mean, you're a girl. You can't fight. Probably can't even do magic either. You're certainly not a heroe. But I gotta at least, like, try, so... No, 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 no! Absolutely not. I won't let you do something so foolish as... it's, like, not for you to decide, old man. Kai, let me fight with you.
Well, Burke, you're the adult here. Sorry, Kai. Asking me won't change anything. Her mind's made up. All right. You can come with us. Just stop yelling. Don't do anything reckless.
I guess I promise. Sure. I'm sorry about this, Kai.
It'll be fine. I think.
Girl? I'll be back before you know it, John. And Kai, thank you for having me.
No need to be so polite with us, Michaelia. You can call me a piece of shit if you want. It's fine.
Okay, then I'll just be, like, mean to you, I guess, then. By the way, I have something for you. You received clothes and medicine. Oh, thank God we were naked this entire time, too, but... And we learned heal. Funny thing, when any character learns a magic spell, every character in the game learns that same magic spell, so everyone in the party now knows how to heal. It's just a matter of, like, how many MP points they actually have and whether they're actually, like, proficient magic users or not. You can eat Hecka fruit to recover some of your health. To recover magic, try Maca fruit instead. Oh, and you can also heal by casting that spell you just learned, but it's gonna cost you magic.
Enough chatting. Let's go.
Watch me spin my arm.
This voice is gonna change dramatically from sentence to
Yeah, we're gonna workshop that one.
out.
I'm not loving that Burke voice, I'll be honest with you. I thought the Patrick Warburton one was the strongest one. That's also the hardest one to keep consistent, I bet. Just say, hey, Peter. Just try saying, hey, Peter, over and over again.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
Battle time. I want to get into at least one random encounter before the scripted encounter. So finally, we are in combat. Mercifully, it is against a singular enemy. Let's go through the options. Here's the magic menu. We have heal. I forgot to equip these characters, so we're gonna do a minimum amount of damage in this fight. Let's see what happens if I just go fisticuffs, full-on fisticuffs with all these characters. I think these guys have about 30 HP. You know, you may notice that before every attack, there is a several second pause. This will not go away. According to Snowy Aria, who is decompiling the game in the process of translating it, every sound effect file in the game was normalized to 10 seconds long, which means that it's loading a full 10-second sample, even though it actually plays just like a second of audio, which means that everything takes time to load. Everything.
I mean, what they're doing is they're building up power for their attack, you know? Like, this was gonna hurt.
I think
Here
it is
come.
somewhat novel how the characters like shout their lines out before they do their attacks. Louise PSC says 2 loads for the same move. Infinite loads for the same move. You think they would just keep the sound effect in the buffer or something, keep it in the VRAM, but or not the VRAM, but you know, keep it in. You know what I mean? I don't know the game words. All right, let's actually equip some shit. Michelia, do I have a weapon for you? No, but I can put a robe on you. And you should probably take the trash can lid too, honestly. Because everyone seems to target the healer. Burke, you go ahead, take this knife. Cloth armor.
Orlando Ben Reed asks, do all defeated enemies do that Team Rocket blast off kind of deal?
Yes. And also your party members, if they get killed in combat or get knocked out, also do that. Alright, let's do another battle or two before we go into the building.
Why are they all playing patty cake?
Patty cake, patty cake. Do you think you're my equal? I'll deliver you to hell myself. What does he have to say? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Oh,
Whoa!
He's hyped to go to hell.
You're hearing this song, by the way, right?
Da 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 da. Yeah.
This is one of the more cordant songs. This is one of the songs that is not completely messed up by the fact that every MIDI instrument in this game is the wrong one. They selected the wrong MIDI instruments across every track in the game. And some of them are mistimed as well, so some of them are just straight up offbeat. So if you listen to the soundtrack and you hear the way these songs are meant to sound... But I kinda like this more. It's funnier this way.
Yes.
Hi! I think the character cut-ins, the 2D animations, probably would have added something to this. I mean, because as it stands,
like
it's
literally something.
Something. Anything. I just don't know how you playtest this, realize that there's a pause between everything that happens in the game, and just are, like, not motivated immediately to try and fix that. That, like, the first thing you do isn't just like, okay, stop playing this, we need to figure out what the fuck went wrong here. How do we fix this? It may have been a mastering error, because you think they would notice the music doesn't sound right either. So it must have been, like, a last-minute fuck-up. Something they changed at the last minute. But on the other hand, the demo version of this game, the one that we showcased like the GIF of, also had those weird pauses in it. So clearly this was an issue that had been like present for years. Maybe
that
months.
or an artistic vision.
You humans dare to defy us? We'll slaughter you all. Well, what do you have to say about that? There's no way I'm dying in a place like this. No. Well, another random fight. Apparently, if you hold down the circle button, you can skip every random fight, but I do want to grind a little bit.
Hey, I'm seeing no difference between this and the Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, no, it's just in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it's...
No, town suddenly invaded by demons. Like, way too many random encounters.
I will say, savor these moments of combat, savor these moments of action, because there are times in this game where you will go potentially hours between anything resembling action. Yeah, Good knife that he's carrying there, by the way. See that knife that Brooke's carrying? That's a knife. Even the level up sound effect, which they had to play 3 times in a row, just completely breaks. Incredible. Jonathan, oh, this is the old man. Leave this to me. You take out the warden. Like, but don't worry. Wearing these golden colors, there's no way I'll fall. Wacha!
Will he really be okay?
I mean, probably not. I mean, he's like a frail old man. You're tenacious for an old man. Take that as a compliment. Alright, I think it's enough fights. So now we can get to the warden.
Rats! Didn't think you'd last this long.
Right back at you, pal. Is that better?
Yeah, yes.
Let us go free right now, or I'm telling. I can't promise you life otherwise. Did I sound convincing, guys?
Don't fool with me, boy. At this rate, the only place you're leaving is this mortal coil. Hey, boss, did I sound convincing there?
I said I didn't care. I'm still over here. I'm just invisible.
Can't say I didn't warn you. Let's go.
Ready for a boss fight?
Hell yeah.
Wait, that's how big the warden is? Puga is his name, apparently. Well, I'm just going to make sure Michelia stays alive.
Maybe I should have given him the Kai voice, too.
Yeah, maybe, knowing what we know now.
Like, anytime you've been talking and, like, having a prolonged sentence, I've been over here with the microphone and mute going, hey, Peter. Like,
Okay,
really
good.
to find.
I'm glad. That's a commitment to the bit that I appreciate. Yeah, everyone just immediately targets my healer. It's almost like they know that, you know, she's arguably the most essential member of the team at this point in the game. I'll have her eat a fruit instead of using magic. Wait, no, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Just do the fucking magic, me. You know, I think that might be the last of her magic, which is also fine. Incredible special effects. That really conveyed the sense of healing that's happening there.
The PlayStation can produce mind-boggling effects.
Oh my god, leave her alone! Oh, well, that takes care of that. Magic Meows has the advice that you really gotta put your chest into a Patrick Warburton impression.
I tried, and if I put my chest into it, I don't know what that voice turns into. It starts going back to Hamsar. Rip in peace.
Snowy, Arya, I know you're probably still around, or hopefully you're still around. I don't love this. I mean, I get it. I can't get too mad about this, but come on.
Checking the chat. Not around currently. Say what you want.
That's not the fucking line. That's absolutely not the fucking line. I get that this game is like a piece of shit and that we're having a good time here, but come on.
Okay, what if it was like just a completely inscrutable Japanese pun? What if it was like untranslatable?
I don't know, I guess.
Like you had to know so much Japanese history.
I would love to know the director's commentary on this translation choice, though. Do you think John's alright?
We better race back. I'm worried about him and the others.
He's my only friend, you know.
I've been putting it off. I need to drink more of this energy drink. This energy drink puts me in the Kai mood.
Don't worry, we have an FMV.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what you were doing.
That walk!
お前たちは無事だったか。
お前たちに言っておくことがある。この指輪を手がかりにメルーの町の長老を訪ねなさい。さあ、行け。
Incredible. I've been moved to tears.
I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead. Get me out of here. Well then, hey Peter. Well then, what do we do now, Kai? Let's just try going to Mel now. All right, I'm coming along, whether you want me to or not. You don't even know where Mel is, do you? Where's this voice going?
It's all over the place.
I'll just have to guide you.
Let's do Mr. Ed at this point. Well, I'll do Mr. Ed if I have to.
Yeah. What about you, Michaelia?
Come
with us, Michaelia. We'll get through this together. Yay! Together.
Like, okay, I guess. I got nothing like better to do.
Oh no, I didn't think you'd say yes.
Goodbye, John. Goodbye, Burke. Goodbye, everyone. Mission accomplished. So, that's the intro done, the intro set piece. How do you feel about that, folks? Is that a promising start to this video game? Hey, look, you can go under the trees here. They actually have foreground elements. Oh, well, I think apparently there's a fight behind that tree.
You can go under the trees and get your ass kicked.
I think we'll be fine. Oh, my magic is completely blued out, which means that I can't do much of anything. Wait, no, I can have someone else heal her. I can just have Kai do healing magic on her. Why not, right? And then maybe eat a maca fruit so she can recover her own MP. And then Burke can just, like, one-hit this fucking being. This is a plus to every character having magic, I suppose. Magic Mouse says, is this your leaving Midgar moment? Yeah, it has the same stakes. Yeah. It has the same weight attached to it, right? I mean, you're feeling this. You're feeling
just speed through the shit.
That's it. I am going to go back to town. I just want to see if there's...
I want to live here again.
I miss my pals. Everyone's already abandoned town. Everyone's like, all right, Kai's gone. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Outside is scary.
Do you think I can loot in this room? You know, it's one of those games where there's just invisible items littered around in a lot of places. Oh, I accidentally found the underground again. Maybe there's something in the chest now? No, of course not. Why would there be? Maybe that locked door is unlocked. Maybe we'll chance upon a villager or two who's like, Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna rewind. I don't want to go sit through that loading screen. It's just like I have to sit through another loading screen. By the way, at some point we will liberally be using the fast forward button to get through some more tedious stretches. This is the village dining hall. Can we not go into anything anymore? Is like all doors or all buildings closed to us? Not this one. Is there like a what is that?
What is what? The turnip?
The thing behind the counter. With the eyes?
A frog? I think it's a frog. Like a huge brown frog, or toad, if you would.
What's funny is that we'll be meeting some shopkeepers at some point in this game. And inside all the shops, they're 3D models that are rendered into the background, rendered into the pre-rendered backgrounds. Alright, so I guess there's fucking nothing here. Oh, heck of fruit. But yeah, so we'll be seeing a lot of just like people composited into backgrounds in that sort of way. Do you know what this game is giving me? Fatal Fantasy VII. It was.
I was going to say indigestion, but
yes, that too. An infamous Net Yorose parody of the Final Fantasy VII, like opening, like like jumping off the plane, jumping off the train and whatnot. Except the Cloud jumps out of a bathroom stall.
yeah.
And it has like this has that quality of like animation and polygons and whatnot. Funny thing about that game, though, is that where no one on this game went on to do anything of note, the person in charge of that Fatal Fantasy VII, oh, there's a better weapon, went on to direct Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So...
the natural jumping off point. That's what Net Yorose was for.
Yeah, it was a launching platform for at least a few people. That was probably the biggest success story to come out of it. Yeah, everyone just got the fuck out of town.
Is there anything here you're trying to collect, or
I mean,
just,
we already
like,
got a dagger
sightseeing?
and another knife. Nothing here that looks useful. Yeah, so I probably should equip some folk with that. Like, I know for a fact the dagger, I just know offhand that the dagger is an improved weapon over the knife. Smellbear asking, did the developer of Gas Girl go on to do anything? Not from my research. Not when I was doing that Yorose a Day segment on the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
Primes, probably.
I would like to bring back Yorose a Day as a stream segment at some point where we just play every Net Yorose game that is available.
I mean, we're going to run out of LJN games eventually, so...
Yeah, maybe that's the next one. That's going to be a fucking long one, though. Even if most of the games only take 2 minutes to play, we still have hundreds of games to play.
And we can only do one a day, so...
Yeah, no, that's the promise. Yes, more forest. I get it. Is there anything over here? I found a hecka tree. I got a hecka fruit.
Just one.
There's not a single fruit left.
There's only one.
And now we need to fight the hecka tree. The spirit of the tree, the giving tree.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit, give me more fruit.
Pause for effect.
Alright, I've come to a conclusion about my Berg voice. That the voice I feel in my heart is a mix between Hamsar and Big the Cat. And if you don't like it, you can take Berg.
We're gonna work this out. This is growing pains for this 10 to 12 hour playthrough. We will figure out the voices, hopefully, at some point. Just want to see if there's any other hidden goodies. Because again, you never know. I'm just gonna assume there's nothing else on the screen. It can't be anything of note anyway.
I just can't maintain a Patrick Warburton.
No, it's a tough one. Why did they put a fruit in the chest?
Precious.
This will be seeds for the future generation, in case these trees should wither.
There's a little bit of a hint when you're about to get into a random battle.
No, I haven't noticed anything. I haven't picked up on anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I think when they make those announcements, it indicates you're about to do a critical hit. That they're going to do extra damage.
There's... Here I go talking about Shin Megami again. But, I've been playing a lot of Shin Megami Tensei 4.
How's that been treating you?
I really like it. I really, really like it. But, when you have, like, guest party members, sometimes you have other people showing up with you, and at the start of the battle, they'll have, like, a thing that they say at the start, like a voice line. And if Jonathan is the one in your party, sometimes he'll say, "My demons are a little different." And, like, it's the delivery of it, and the phrase, "My demons are a little different," like, it just
my
seems
demons
really
hit a
weird
little
to me.
different.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's like...
I'm a little quirky that way.
Yeah, I figure, like, his follow-up is great. My demons are a little different. They're not like the other girls.
There's a
They're
song
little,
that's going to play
quirky.
here. that this song goes places, but let's get through the dialogue quick as we can.
Why is there a gate here of all places?
This is what was it? Right, the Rune Gate.
The Rune Gate?
Yep, it was built to protect the town up north, Rune Malna, from the monsters in this forest.
Rune Malna?
Yes, that's what I said. Should be, at least. Been a while since I've been. Do not repeat the thing I just said. All right?
Been a while since you've been.
Speaking of which, where are you from originally, Burke?
Wait, hold on. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. I'm bobbing my head.
Boys, that guy, I can't hear you. There's a Cassio being murdered off in the corner over there. You have to speak up.
Johnny Baggett says, technical questions. This game feature heavy dithering, or is that from how they compress the backgrounds? Probably a matter of compression. Or this might be like the filter that this particular PlayStation emulator uses to achieve the dithering effect. Because dithering is hardware level on PlayStation, if I remember correctly. Whose line is this?
Me. Oh, Kai. You're very knowledgeable of the geography here.
Who gives a shit? Who cares where some geezer like me's from? We'll see Rune Malna for ourselves if we can slip through this gate.
Alright, how are we going to slip through this gate? Oh, we just walk through it.
I'm assuming that this game takes place in the South, which is influencing all my voices. I am also a Southerner, so...
Old armor has been left behind. You've got cloth armor. Looks like he's not going to need it anymore. Kia? A corpse?
No, that was me. Corpse?
They must have died here. Huh? There's something carved on the nameplate. Hindrow Garrison Regiment No One. Must have been a soldier.
That one got me. Thank you. Inject a little levity into this stream.
But what's this?
Locket. That's styling.
What?
I want to take that, actually.
What is this one note? With a photo of their family.
I wish I had a family.
Oh, mommy.
Oh.
Hey, there's something on the back. Cheer up.
Eh?
What?
Mikhail Roa?
That must be this person's name.
We might not know where they live, but let's take it with us just in case. And maybe I get to like wear it in the meantime, and we might get lucky and run into the family and be like, hey, Michael's dead. Just an FYI. A Heinrogue soldier might even point us in the right direction. I hope he's a hunk.
So we're just grave robbers now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
is that the
basically.
trajectory we're taking? Okay, fine. It's a good point. I'm sure their family is waiting for news.
I would think they want like good news, but you know, hate to be the bearer of it.
I'm used to people being disappointed after they see me, so.
Rest in peace. Not rip in peace. Rest in peace proper this time. Now we can't interact with it anymore. Okay. So I've triggered an issue.
Uh-huh. Soft lock?
No. I had to stop running. If you sprint... Okay, I want you to notice something. This is walking. Left, right.
Yes.
Sprinting. Notice how there is like a step where they like cover a lot of distance. And if we do like this thing, we're kind of like, we're not rotating. The center of rotation is not in the center of the character model. It is like a spot behind them. So you can overshoot the triggers. that take you from one area to another. That's what I think is happening, is that when you are sprinting, you can occasionally walk over the bit on the map that says, okay, you've touched this door, now move on to the next screen.
Slime generator in chat says, "Hey, your son died. All right, good luck with the rest of your day. This seems to be our only option." Oh.
I can't get to the budge at all.
Looks like it's my turn.
This will be impressive.
Concussion!
Wow, like you totally did it.
Did what? Alright, let's get moving. Oh. Do you need an ice pack? Or doctor? Okay.
Hurry up, Michelia. Hey, welcome to the overworld.
Oh.
Didn't know if we'd make it here or not. It was a little touch and go there for a minute. Unlike...
Rune Malna. I thought it said Rune Mania for a second.
Welcome to Rune Mania! Yeah, so unlike other JRPGs of the time, which would have had an overworld that you navigate across, you know, you kind of walk your character across, this is just points on a map, which is honestly for the best. I have no problem with this.
That's not to say other RPGs didn't do this. Like, I think Legend of Dragoon
some
had
did.
points on the map
Yeah.
you went to. Comparing this game to Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, favorably.
Hey, this doesn't feel right. It's not a sound in this town. Except for me. Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, it's like a ghost town.
Oh, I scared myself. I said ghost. Oh, no.
Oh. Yep, not a hint of life anywhere. I certainly don't see anyone in front of me who has a life. I mean, it was never a bustling town, but some people around, you know? There'd be some people.
All right, I'm still not loving this voice. I'm giving this another stab, and we're leaving it to the chat to determine.
Yeah.
I mean, it never was a bustling town, but there should be some people. Now, I don't like that either. I'm going Mr. Red. I'm going too much into it though. He used to be like a dumb brute. He should just be a fucking moron. But I don't want to do I don't want to do just like the duh voice because that's like, you know, has offensive connotations at this point.
That's why I'm trying to mix Big the Cat and like Homstar together, kind of.
There's got to be some voice for this character. There has to be something we can do here because it doesn't feel right. We're gonna figure this out.
Chat, submit your voices.
Yeah, submit your voices in text format, and we will. I'm gonna read this line. Do a super mutant voice, says Soul Stuff. Do we have? Oh, Slime Dinner says, moron, you already speak like that naturally. Thank you. I'm glad for the vote of confidence. So I'll just do my normal voice. Shit. After getting so thoroughly roasted. Super mutant voice. What's a super mutant? I mean, it never was a bustling town, but there should be some people around, you know? Is that anything?
Yeah, that's close enough. Michaela, what's wrong?
Well, I feel like someone's watching us. You ever hear that Rockwell song? Oh wait, that's a different universe. It's a different timeline. Sorry.
You think we're being watched?
No need to stress yourself. No, I don't like. No, he's not a monster. He's a lumberjack. I think is his backstory, if I remember correctly from the manual translations. This is gonna be a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
We're gonna try a different voice every line read. It's your turn. Try a different voice.
No need to stress yourself out.
All right, we finally got there.
If anyone's here, we'll run into them before long.
Oh, I think Johnny Baghead's got it. Canadian accent.
I can't.
If anyone's here, we'll run to them before long, I don't know if I have it either, truth be told. Burke is an enigma wrapped inside a riddle. Packaged inside a quandary.
Oh, there goes our friendship of re-res.
By the way, can we just say that I talked to to Shane from Rerez, and I said, hey, we're about to start doing this game. We're worried it's going to be fucking boring. It's like 90% dialogue, and Shane's advice was like, just do funny voices. Like, you can carry this on the back of your funny voices.
And I agreed. I agree with that. It's your turn to come up with a new voice for Burke.
Fuck! What an absolute mess. Eeyore! This motherfucker should sound like Eeyore. Do you have an Eeyore in you?
I'd have to find it.
What an absolute mess. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with something along that wavelength.
Okay.
How cruel.
I wonder what they were looking for here. What's wrong, Michaelia?
It's not just my imagination. There's definitely someone watching us.
Yeah, me. I'm looking at you right now. That's probably it.
Say what you want, but this town's empty. You're just exhausted after all the fighting, Michaelia. Not to mention seeing all those dead bodies. Enough to make a man hungry. I mean, sad.
Burke.
I'm sorry. I'll take my leave. I can tell no one wants me. No one loves me.
Just keep the dark urge under wraps, all right?
No, it's okay, Burke. You're right. I must just be utterly exhausted. I'm so silly. Let's stay here for the night. I sure could use a depression nap. I'm sure we can find a decent
Why is
building
all of
to
our
sleep
characters being sad now?
Because they're stuck in this game. I've had enough walking for one day. Alright, let's go instant teleport back into your body, Kai. Ooh, a stuffed bear. And that's the first trinket item we've picked up, which are like accessory slot items. I think we have 3 of them per character. But, you know, certain gear is only equipable by certain characters. Oh! Who gets the stuffed bear, Kai or Michaelia? I think it's Kai. I think Kai gets the stuffed teddy bear.
It's Kai.
I think that's, yeah. Sorry, Kai. We're really doing you dirty in this one. Kai, I say we crash here for the night. Just in the middle of this deserted town. Sleep right in the dirt. The closest town from here is Lake Mount to the north. But it's not exactly close. It's too dangerous to sleep under the stars with all these monsters around, too. At the very least, let's find an abandoned house. We're gonna crash.
I looked up the Eeyore voice, and it's actually extremely gravelly.
I don't have gravel in me.
Like,
I don't have gravel.
I can't do that.
All right, let's try a different one. What else do we got?
Let's say I could go full Homsar, but no.
This is gonna be the tough nut to crack. We're not gonna figure this out till the last episode.
Yeah.
I wish we had a ringer. I wish we had like a third person who just did voices, and that's it.
What's wrong, Michaelia? Can't calm down?
I think we're getting there. I think we're getting somewhere. Is there really no one else here? I may have mentioned this when we first walked in, but I feel like we're being watched. Oh my god! How many times do we need to hit this nail on the head? Do you think we're being watched, Charkie? Do you think there's someone out there watching us? Or is Michelle just crazy? Is she just a wild woman?
It looks like there's somewhere over 35 people watching us right now.
I mean, I'm keeping an ear out. But I'm not hearing squat.
What about you, Kai? You got my back on this, right?
I can't say I've noticed anything either. Just been thinking about Mom.
But there's like definitely...
I'm gonna cut you off there, and I just don't want to hear you talk. Okay, what if we take turns keeping watch tonight?
Oh, yes, that would like totally put me at ease. Thank you.
All right, Burke, you spend the first hour watching her, and I'll spend the next hour watching.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Wait, does that mean I'm on watch? Oh, no. Wait.
No. Wait. No. I didn't mean anything bad by spend
know.
time watching her. I just meant making her paranoid.
Yes. We are gaslighting this poor girl.
Wait, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock always supposed to win. Dang it. Grumble, grumble. Should have gone for Rock. Ruined the joke that the guy was saying, but I'm getting sleepy.
Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, nearly dozed off there. Let's drag this scene out for another 5 minutes.
Like, ah!
What?
He was like this when I got here.
What the heck is that thing? You're an enemy?
It's going around.
Doy.
Ooh, new voice.
Oh, jeez, what's that weird thing?
It's just as Michaelia said. Something was watching
I
us.
fucking told you guys!
Could it have been this?
I'm not sure, but
Bless the monster.
let me just walk towards you.
Wow.
Wait a minute, Burke. Hey,
me.
what are you? Can you, like, understand our words? Boo-ray.
Hooray.
Oh, which one of us?
You got it.
Okay.
Boo-ray? Boo Radley?
Yes. I was once a human of this town.
You what?
But why do you look like this now? I don't know. Why do you look like that? I do not know. One day, I suddenly turned into this. Everyone in this town turned into this.
Boo-ray, are you, like, the only one here? What happened to everyone else?
I don't know. Everyone disappeared.
Speaking of,
Time to make you disappear.
heard something about a people becoming monsters disease a while back. Weirdly specific.
Okay. Now, this is a little on the nose, the translation, but there is a note in the translations here, in the readme that comes with the translation. Let's see if I can track down. Why people becoming monsters disease? And Snowy Arya says, I could have gone with something like monstrification disease, but that would make more sense if they did a string of Japanese characters. But they went with a different string of Japanese characters, which is lit disease that makes you into a monster. So I'm just being more accurate to the really wordy name. Also, it's funny. So yes, it is apparently like that clunky
Like
the
the-
original Japanese.
Like the beach that makes you old.
Yeah.
Could that be the same disease from back then? It's been around for a while. But alas, no one's been able to find a cure. For now, I can still understand human language. But the rumors say it won't be long before I'm fully a monster. Then I'll be a slave to those who control the monsters.
I hope this guy isn't like a party member because I hate my voice right now.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Kai, is there like anything we can do?
Well, we can kill him.
We'll put him out of his misery.
Actually,
Let me maybe I'll relieve your voice.
But I can do this. Consistency, you know.
Okay.
could I ask something of you?
What is it? We'll like do anything we can.
There's a magician out there.
I want to see him perform one last time before He does
His
this trick
name's
with a
Penn
quarter?
Gillette. He's studying this illness. I would like you to find them.
I was gonna say, do you have like a Smeagol in you? A Smeagol golem? I would like you to find them and see how the research is going. That's not even a golem, but it's something. I like that. I like that, Register. I don't mind existing in that space. Got it. We'll find them and like let you know. Is that okay, Kai?
Yeah, whatever you say. I
I'm
don't
a
want to argue.
pushover. It's all right. Do you know where you can find them? If you head north of here, you can find a city, the city of Lake Mount. The magician should live there.
Okay, got it. Actually, how about you come with us, Boo-Ray?
Oh, that's like a great idea. How about a Boo-Ray? Want to come with us? Maybe if the research has come far enough, the magician could heal you. No, it's too late for me. I only wish for no one else to have to suffer through this anymore. Goodbye! Boo-Ray? Oh, Boo-Ray. Oh, that Boo-Ray always disappearing, creeping on us, watching us from the shadows, and then disappearing back into them just as quickly. That Boo-Ray. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
They're gone.
What now, Kai?
All right, let's get some shut-eye.
Let's just forget that he's still watching us, probably.
We can see about the meeting this is magician tomorrow.
Yep. Lake Mount, right? Yeah, we'll pass it by on the way to Mel. Won't even be a detour.
That's good. Let's all get some sleep. No one's watching us anymore, okay, Michaelia?
I mean, I feel like I can see him over there. He didn't really like disappear. He just went to the corner of the room. He's just off screen. He's just sitting in the corner watching us. But, well, the party went to sleep. Did we all sleep standing up? Did we fall asleep on the spot?
Huddle up.
That was a good sleep. Morning, Burke.
Yo, morning.
Morning, Michaelia.
Don't even talk to me until I've had my coffee. Good morning, Kai.
Okay, let's head off to Lake Mount. Where'd you go? No!
Alone again! Can I go through this door? No. So that was a lot that happened, by which I mean like not very much happened. It took about like 20 minutes to get across like what could have been just like one 5-minute scene. Get ready for a lot of that.
You know what? Time's flown. For
Has
this
it?
episode, I would say. Yeah.
So what's interesting about this town is that it's not important. Is that it's just a stop. I mean, it's important for this expedition, I guess, and it says on the quest of the people becoming monsters disease or what have you. But you don't need to come back here. But you can come back here, and throughout the game, this town is slowly rebuilt, and there are side quests that happen here. This game does have side quests, for whatever that's worth. Hey, guess what? More dialogue.
Yes.
We warned you motherfuckers what this playthrough was gonna be. We told you up front what this was gonna be. It's your fault if you're still here. If you don't like it, fucking tough. This is Lake Mount. I haven't seen you around before, travelers. Have you heard anything about Rune Malna? I've got a friend there, but I haven't been able to contact them. I got bad news for you, lady. I have this pendant. Is this yours? You know this guy? Alright, this is what a shop looks like. Welcome. So here is an interesting feature of this game. We can't afford anything right now. That's not the interesting feature. I'm going to scroll through this.
これを買ってくれないか?
You will occasionally pass by items that characters in your party will be like, hey, you should get that for me, as if to indicate that, like, it's an item that, like, will benefit them in particular. Anyone could wear the sneakers, but Kai was the one who said, like, hey, buy those for me, and if you don't buy them, they call you stingy, they call you a cheapskate, they make fun of you as you leave the shop menu for being a broke bitch and not buying items. Do I want to sell anything here?
Now, is there any rhyme or reason to them saying, like, hey, you should buy that for me, or is it just random?
I think it's random. I think it's just random items that they'll decide they want. And I don't think there's, like, you know, any, like, benefit to buying them beyond, like, whatever the capacities or capabilities of the item is. I don't think you're punished for not buying them or rewarded for buying them on the spot. In this harsh world of ours, only you can truly protect yourself. I sell the tools of life here, and death. The knife store.
Bread? Oh.
Alright, what's he gonna say when we don't buy this roundel dagger? Yep, Keiji. Cheapskate. So, I should highlight something here, right? We're looking at these items.
Uh-huh.
Looking at these different weapons. What are we missing here? What is missing from the screen?
Any sort of iconography telling you what button does what?
Yes. What are we missing in addition to that?
What items you currently have equipped?
We're also missing that. I'm driving at a very specific point here.
You're gonna have to take the wheel.
The chat is answering. Codeman38 says strength.
Oh, the
Louis
stats.
PC yeah. There's no fucking stats on any item in this game. You have no idea what benefits or negatives any item you buy will confer to you. You have no idea if the dagger you're buying is materially better than the knife, if the dirk is really better than the dagger. All you have to go off of is price. You have to assume that things that are more expensive are inherently better. Mercifully, part of the translation patch, Snowy Aria has saw fit to include an item, spells, and equipment tables list that does go through all the stats for all of the items. So I could look at this here to be like, all right, we're looking at different weapons. The knife has 2 attack. The ladle has 3 attack. A dagger has 3 attack. A dirk has 4 attack. A hand axe has 5. A roundel dagger has 7. So on and so forth. There's obviously plenty more items.
And the Chris has 9.
And unlike a Descent to Undermountain, well, actually, no, the Descent to Undermountain manual also didn't have stats, but the manual for this game didn't even like bother like to explain any of the items and like which ones are beneficial and which ones aren't. This seems to get a mark in some of the worst RPGs, like Descent to Undermountain, like a Hoshiwo Mirahito, like an Ancient Roman, where you're just like left stumbling in the dark and having to assume just like, well, I'll just spend money and then hopefully, I don't got much, but take a look around. The armor pile. Yeah, and yet more. She called me a miser. And that's all the lines of people calling us cheapskates for now until we have more party members. And so we won't be buying anything. Oh, yeah.
Comment 38 says, it's even worse of magic spells, which tell you nothing about what they do, what their MP cost is, and they have cryptic names like Volvo.
Oh, how am I gonna get this to her? Do I leave it in front of her door? Why don't you just hand it over to her, dude? She's probably already checked there and would miss it. Oh, what to do? This is not a Lothario over here.
Sir, you're talking about a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, sir, that's a mannequin. Welcome. Jewel Lily. We can buy some accessories here. Cool sunglasses in this universe. A belt so we can finally keep our pants up.
Yeah, now that you brought up that there are no stats listed, like, what the fuck are any of those accessories?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Sounds like the nearby town was attacked. Apparently, only ruined buildings remain now. I heard Rune Malna was attacked by something. Thankfully, we're safe here. Nothing bad will ever happen to us. Captain MacLeod of the Hind Row Garrison Regiment No. 1, protects us all. Captain MacLeod? Yep, he works out of that barracks over there. Did she ask and answer her own question? It didn't say like Kai or anyone in particular. It was like saying, "Who's Captain McCloud?"
Maybe she was repeating the question back.
Oh, I accidentally overstepped. There we go. I had to
There
walk
you go.
backwards to walk forwards. Cuba 2006-11 says, Volvo, I like it when a spell is named after a car maker. Funnily enough, I believe Volvo is a spell that gives you a speed that hastens your party. So you have attack turns sooner. Do you think this man's a wizard? Do you think this man... Could I interest you in some magic, Sonny? You can make your battles easier by claiming your foes with little
Charming.
lover. I don't like this guy's vibe at all. Also, why would we buy heal? Everyone in our party already knows heal. Also, you're not buying it for specific party members. You can see, you buy it once, and this everyone learns it. Volvo, Porsche, little
I was going
lover,
to joke about that. I was going to joke there was multiple levels of thing and say, like, you got
Tesla,
Volvo,
Honda,
Ferrari, and Porsche.
Hyundai. Yeah, it's... And, you know, the anti-Kepler. You know, so if someone casts Kepler, you have the anti-Kepler.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, there's someone in this town with whom I've taught Nocturne. Care to find them? You can put your
Oh,
foes
my
to
riddles
sleep.
3.
Alright, so there's someone in this town who knows a spell, presumably. Do you know a spell? That large building over there is the barracks. Things are getting pretty lively over there. How about this room? Seems to be locked.
Seems to be locked. It's locked.
It's unlocked!
It's not locked.
Get the fuck out of our house! Okay.
Okay.
Look at this fucking guy. Look at this barkeep. Incredible. Welcome. I can't serve
What
you or
the-
anything. How do I possibly apologize for this? Barkeep, give me another. Sorry, I don't want to talk right now. Barkeep, could I have another? Welcome. She's this town's songstress, but something seems to be weighing on her mind. Maybe all the booze we're furnishing her with. I don't want to talk right now. Could I have another? Let's get this lady wasted. Or maybe he cut her off.
Poisoning.
Yeah, maybe he cut her off at some point. We're just not privy to it.
Oh, Volvo is a defense buff spell.
There was a magician here named Marl, yes. I think he said his hip pain was getting worse, so he left for Sanitas Village.
Oh, my hip pain's so bad. I better go walk to another village.
Yeah, I better go walk this off. That's how I tried to deal with my leg pain, my chronic leg pain at first. It did not pan out. Look at this fucking dweeb. Look at this anime character.
Who are you? This is... that word's always going to trip me up. This is the Heinro Garrison Regiment. No one station.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
that's
a
how it's
rival, like a
actually
Gary
pronounced.
Oak type. Like smug loot.
Who are you? This is the Heinro Garrison Regiment, number 1 station.
Thank you.
If you have no business here, then please leave.
I do.
I'm sorry to bother you while you're busy.
Please stop spitting on me. Please stop giving me a noogie.
We wish to ask if you knew of a magician who might be in this town.
Magician. I might have an idea.
Please tell us anything you can.
I'm not positive, but if it's the right person, then I believe they left for Sanitas Village a few days ago.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I guess our quest
Fuck
is
that
over.
place.
I guess we'll go back to the mining village. Mr. Captain, hello. You're kind of a hunk, actually. I kind of like your hair. You said you were the Heinro Garrison Regiment number 1, correct? Then do you recognize this pendant? Looks dashing on me, I know.
Oh, this is... Oh, this is my... Oh, I lost the voice entirely.
Yeah, you're trying to say the word Michelle or Michael or Mikhail.
I'm just gonna say it. plainly for a second. This is Mikhail Rose Locket.
Where'd you guys find this?
At the Rune Gate, sir.
At the Rune Gate?
Yeah, it's a gate with runes on it. Can't miss
Oh.
it.
You guys came from over there?
We did. We passed through Rune Malna after as well.
I see. What did you see there?
Oh, a
Where
lot
this
of
voice
dead
is going
bodies,
weird
a lot of
places.
empty buildings.
Both the gate and town were no more. No one was left. Only quiet rubble remained.
Like-
Oh. I don't know what happened. It wasn't my fault.
I see. Lake,
Where?
of course.
Sir?
You heard that just now, correct?
No, sir. Repeat all that dialogue again. Give it to me a second time.
I said lake. This is the voice now. I'm going with this. Head to the castle of the double and report everything.
Slime Generator says, dude's got double ghost jack-off hands. For like over. Yes, sir. Yeah, cha-cha-cha-cha.
Now, returning to the topic at hand. The family of the one who owned that pendant lives in Mel. You can reach it by going east from Sanitas Village. I believe they run an inn, if I remember right.
Which I usually do, because I'm so cool.
Yes, I hate to push this on you, but could you please deliver the locket to them?
Of course.
I'll do anything
Sure.
anyone tells me.
I have a submissive personality. We planned on going to Mel soon anyway. Sound good to everyone?
Nope. Yep, I guess.
I don't mind. Like you said, we'll be in the neighborhood.
Thank you. Normally, I'd make a point to go myself, but, fuck that. Rune Malna and Rune Gate need my urgent attention.
About the locket owner.
Mikhail Roa. He was an old friend of mine.
Oh.
Music. All right, let's get going then. Thanks you for everything.
No, it was my pleasure.
Is that sarcastic? I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know either. My voice is just like that. Thank you once again. Thank you once again. Thank you once again. You're pushing your luck, kid.
Gotta make your own fun in this game. So we're basically this entire time we have just been like getting sent from town to town, from person to person. People have been pawning off the responsibility of like, hey, can you do this for me? Oh yeah, it's all along the way. We're doing some other thing for some other
Okay.
person.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So we have like 3 quests going at once already, and they're all gonna conveniently complete themselves like at around the same time in the same place, you know? Ooh, Captain McLeod, take me away on your shining steed. I said that out loud, didn't I? I want
I
to see.
said that aloud again, didn't I?
They're gonna check out Rune Malna. If he's going, then who's gonna protect us? I'm trying to see if any of these people maybe have that spell that got mentioned. I wish something cool would happen, like monsters coming here and fucking up everyone in the village and burning it down to the ground. Oh, that'd be sick. I'm so jealous of Rune Malna, or whatever the name of that town was. All right, they're calling us
It's like the
travelers.
only voice. Kai's like the only voice I can do consistently because it's the voice I talk like when I'm not doing a stream.
Wait, travelers, please listen to my request. I think I found it. Woo. Oh, that's you. Never mind.
Whoa there. Where'd you come from?
You started talking to me. We walked up to him. I wish for you to hand this ring to a woman in the bar.
Come on, man. Real man doesn't make others confess love for him. Jesus, which exists in our universe, I guess.
Wait a minute, Burke. He might have a reason. Can we at least hear him out? I'm supposed to marry the woman in the bar soon, but it sounds like she lost the ring that I gave her. She's really taking it personally and won't talk to me because of it. I've tried looking for her too without telling her, but no luck. So... Oh, sorry.
So what then? You bought the same ring again?
Yes, please, I'm begging you. Pretend like you found it, then give it to her, okay? Kai, could we help him out?
I mean, when have I ever said no to anything people told me to do? Let's do it.
Sorry, thank you very much. You received a platinum ring, and pocket that, and let's equip it as a trinket. No, I don't think we can, unfortunately.
No. Can't Morrowind this.
But I bet we give this ring to the songstress lady, the town singer, and then she teaches us that spell. So, succinct little side quest. Every part, every component of it you need is in the same towns, within the same 2 or 4 screens, depending on how you decide to count them. I'm sorry, I just want to drink alone.
Excuse me.
What? Glares.
Did you say that out loud? Were you telling me you were glaring at me out loud? Like, whatever. Is this yours?
What? Where'd you find it?
I don't know how to lie. Burke?
It was at the bottom of the fountain. We thought it might be yours, so we came to ask.
No, Burke, I want to hear Burke's lie. Burke, what do you think?
Oh, thank you so much. But please wait, I should give you something. I could teach you a magic spell, but that's about it. You gave her the platinum ring. She gave us Nocturne. You've really saved me. I gotta clean myself up now and go see him. Thank you for finding my ring. What do you have to say, Barkeep?
Barkeep, celebratory drink.
Welcome. Welcome. Do you think the wizard will have anything to say? He'll be like, ah, yes, you found my pupil, my riddle 2. Now for you.
Oh. That's all he's going to say.
No, nothing new.
Why don't you try making the monsters fall in love with you?
That's how I found my 3rd wife. Oh.
God, I can't drop the bit. I can't go any further with that one.
Yeah, I know. This guy better be happy. Here, I bought a 3rd platinum ring just for you. Thank you very much. This isn't much, but please accept my gratitude. You got some solve.
You got some gratitude. Oh.
Alright, now I think we've done everything there is to do here, short of going to the inn and sleeping, which I don't think
Is that how you progress the story? Oh.
No. It is sometimes. Sometimes you need to go to sleep to make stuff progress.
Yeah, that's life.
Okay. This is the big
Yes.
one. In this translation has been named Sanitas Village. This is the mermaid village I mentioned earlier, also known as Sanatory Village.
Yeah.
And colloquially known by the community as Sanatorium. For reasons which will become abundantly clear as we listen to the song that plays in this town. Let it wash over you.
the soundtrack of Kai's anxiety in his head.
Go bother. Yeah, you can see why this one caught on in the zeitgeist a little bit. You can see why this one kind of inspired something. Can I talk to the chickens? No. What a shame. They got legs for days, though.
Do you have any jobs for me, chickens?
This is Sanitas Village. The hot spring here is famous for relieving back pain.
Speaking of which, my back's been really sore lately.
Wait, really?
Yeah, from carrying
Yeah,
this
I've been
fucking
carrying
team on
all
my
you.
back. Yeah.
Yep. I'm just messing with you guys.
Not really. I fucking hate you. I've been carrying you on my back. I'm the only party member that has a fucking health worth a damn. Just messing with you. I'm fucking with you. Fucking losers.
You know those GI Joe PSA things.
Yeah.
You know, like the first one, like I do. They do in the first one, I do to my dog. I'll go to my dog and I'll go me 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 me.
Yes,
me,
you
me,
told
me,
me
me,
this
me, me,
before.
me. And then
Oh,
I'll just
hell
say,
no. What's up, dog?
then I'll just say, nah, I'm just fucking with you to the dog.
You said you were looking for a magician? That's kind of lame. Now you mention it. There was an injured old man carried here earlier. Maybe he's a magician. That's gotta hit the nail on the head, right? Right? Yeah, faultless logic. You said you're looking for a magician. I saw some dude who got the shit beat out of him. People love beating the shit out of magicians. They think they're fucking lame in this universe.
Yeah, that sounds like a magician to me.
It also sounds like me. You know, it does sound like how people treat me as well, but, you know.
I mean, I do know heal and nocturne.
Welcome. The room prices are 20 game per person. Will you be staying the night? Leave. Come again. We don't want to do that yet. That would be a waste of money at this current juncture.
Go to a hotel, right? Walk up to the front desk and say, hi, would you like a room? You say, no, and you leave.
I think that's in the Hilton game on PSP that we were.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh, what nice
Parentheses,
muscles
Milo.
you have. I'll sew whatever you need, hun. Bro.
Bro. like Burke's naming him. Hey, bro.
I think the hot spring egg might be one of those items that gives us like a permanent stat increase. I could be completely wrong about that, and also we couldn't afford it even if we wanted it.
Yeah.
But I think there are some items here that are just like +1 to this statistic. I don't know if you can only buy them once or if you just keep on buying them if you decide to grind out. Also, we're not going to grind anything in this game.
K4 Boom says Bound is back. Yeah, you're encroaching on
I was just
Balin
going
territory
for
for
they were
that
trying to
guy's
make
voice,
Sky
yeah.
like a, you know, generically gay guy in this game is what they're going for with the dialogue. They were trying like they even said like male owner to make sure there's no
Yeah,
mistake
yeah.
that he was.
like just text flash on the screen. This is a gay joke. This is a gay joke.
An odd old man was carried here recently. He was covered in blood. I think he was a magician. Shudders. Do you think that could be the magician? Why is everyone so just like someone who got the shit beat out of them? It must be magic.
It's gotta be. We should take a look. We gotta kick his ass.
Double checking. How about you? Oh, yes, an older man was carried to the clinic, older than me, even. But all of his money was stolen. I wonder
that's
what
totally-
he's going to do.
Totally magician behavior right there.
Very relatable. Oh, I see that hot spring, and I'm just like... Are we gonna get a hot spring scene? Is it gonna be CG?
Onsen episode.
You found Long John's. I found Long John's.
Oh, I thought John's was dead. We found the long one.
Long Johns are not a armor slot item. They are a trinket.
Just wear it
trinket-
around your neck like a scarf.
I guess I'll put the Long Johns on Burke. Why not?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. While we're on this screen,
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of stats that aren't immediately apparent what they mean.
AP is attack points,
Now,
DP is defensive points, QP is quickness points, which determines what like turn you take in combat. MG is magic,
Okay.
IQ is probably also
So
magic.
I have the list up. IQ is magic damage. MG is magic defense. ST is strength. It says does not clarify what it means, and SK is skill. Does not clarify what it means.
I'm betting. I know what skill means. Skill means critical hit chance.
Sure.
No, that's what it is. I'm guaranteeing that's what it is. Because
I was
Kai's the
saying,
only
sure,
person
yeah.
who is the only person who's had critical hits, and he's the only person who has a skill that is like in the double digits. And so I'm guessing
question.
the correlation there. Yeah.
When you play an RPG or anything where you can put points into crits, do you put points in the crits?
Yes.
Okay. You bet on crits.
Oh yeah, always. Ooh, that looks really refreshing. I want to drink it up.
All right, let's all get in the hot springs.
On second thought, I'm okay.
All right, just me then. Hot springs sound real nice and relaxing. How about it, Kai? Work. No. Nice and relaxing. Hot spring. I'm sure it is. All right, we're jumping in. Here go my pants.
Burke, please cut it out.
My bad. Has anyone seen my pants?
Don't worry, we got a pair of long johns for you. That was the scene. What happened there? What did we accomplish? It wasn't funny. It wasn't
development.
There is another hot spring scene later, by the way. I know that much from the bits I played. But, oh, it unlocks an additional scene, says Codeman38. Okay, I didn't realize it was contingent on seeing, or that the other scene was contingent on experiencing that one. Thank you. How can I help you?
Okay. All right.
I'm beating you this one. You already got enough characters. Greedy.
So, I have two. Sorry to bother you.
You have the main character. You have 90% of the dialogue in the game.
Sure. Did someone who seemed like a magician come by here by any chance? Maybe beat the shit out of him or something?
You
Covered
probably
blood,
mean
no money?
Marl. I'm sorry to say, but he was attacked by bandits on the way to this town.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did he kick the bucket? Burke! Sorry.
To speak
I meant to say, did he die?
Did he die horribly? Did he buy the farm? Did he punch his ticket? Did he get his fucking head smashed in like a... Did he get a fucking rock into his dome? Did his skull collapse in on itself? Ha 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 ha. No, excuse me. It's not that bad, but he's still unconscious. What should we do, Kai? We came all this way. It's not as bad as it sounds. You can get a restorative medicine for him from the pharmacist. I was trying to find time to get there myself, but do you think you could grab it for me? I am old and I don't like walking much. You know, it is literally the next screen over.
Why'd we have to? Hey, Doc, you say it's not that serious, but if you're knocked out for more than an hour, don't you have, like, brain damage or something?
Never mind.
Are you sure that he's... Whatever. What's the name of the medicine to get?
It's called the Spirit Healing Medicine. You can get to the pharmacy by heading southeast from here. Alright. Mission in hand.
It's too nice to everyone.
I think that's one of his good points. He's really easy to manipulate. I mean, oh, Kai, you're there. Hello.
Really now, though?
By the way, this song isn't driving me crazy one bit. Nope, no siree. I am not, like, descending into madness listening to this song on loop. Villains always get the retribution they deserve. Minds and body alike all become monsters. Really, just what's happening in this world. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Oh, look, it's Bart Simpson.
It's
never
Rat
mind.
Boy Genius.
You're looking for the pharmacist. He works in the building on the left. He's good at his job, but has a bit of an alcohol problem. You and me both, brother. He wasn't like that in the past, till his wife died.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here you go. What you guys want? We came here to buy medicine. Medicine? What you want something like that for? No, I mean like...
Hey, you're drunk, aren't you? Just give us what we need.
What part of me looks drink to you? How rude.
We like the spirit healing medicine. Doctor asked for us to grab it for him.
Why didn't you say so earlier? He's taking his scram out.
Thanks. That's the nicest anyone's ever been to me. How much do we owe you?
How dare you? Do you take me for a fool? You can't just buy anything with money. I don't want your cash. I want sincerity. Show me your sincerity.
This is sincerely awkward. Thank you very much, sir.
Good. I don't need your money, so scram.
Guy, let's get the heck out of here before he changes his mind.
Yeah, let's go.
Again, a very necessary scene. An incredibly necessary and important scene in this game. Establishing the well-established and well-defined character of drunk pharmacist, of drunk doctor. What's this lady's deal? Oh, she's a jeweler. Welcome. Hot and heavy.
Ew. Are we eventually gonna get money?
Well, you know, we haven't had a lot of fights.
I mean, that's true.
So the answer is no.
Question: is there going to be off-stream, grinding?
Maybe. But also, I don't think leveling is really a concern in this game, like, to be honest.
I'm partially thinking about money. Maybe more than level.
Okay, let me put it this way. The items are not going to help us, as far as I can gather. I heard there's an amazing weapon in this town. I've yet to see any signs that the rumor is true, though. Do you guys know anything about that?
Can't say that I do.
Okay. You didn't look like someone who'd be useful at all, blue-haired boy, but I figured I'd ask anyway. Make you feel included.
I give that a lot. Hey, Knight! Lady Knight! Can you help? We're being attacked by kites.
Mosquitoes, apparently. Did we figure out what that nocturne spell does? Oh, I guess Bert can't cast
It puts him person to sleep.
Oh, right. Man, how long's it been since we had a fight?
Yeah, going on an hour.
Yeah, that's
maybe a little more.
About right. So you may notice that we are actually pretty weak against these guys, that we're not doing too much. One level up will fix that. So if I can just keep everyone alive long enough to level up one more time, he should go markedly easier. This'll hurt.
I love that pause.
Oh, guess what? You're gonna be dealing with it the entire game. It never stops. It never ends.
I'm gonna hit you. Here it is. Got him.
There we go.
What? Jet engine? What?
All right, Michelle, you just focus on keeping yourself... Oh, actually, no, I made Kai do magic by accident. Luckily, you can back out. Luckily, this isn't Hoshiwo Mirahito, where if you make a mistake in a menu, you can't go backwards. We're spared that indignity.
Do you have to like equip magic, especially,
No.
or is
If you
okay.
know it, you know it. If you can use it, you can use it.
okay? I asked because I didn't see Nocturne on that list.
No, neither did I. Maybe Kai has it. Or maybe no one
But
we
then
have.
everyone should have it, right?
Yeah, you would think so. No one has it, so maybe we need to level up before we can use it. But
Okay.
there should not be any sort of item or anything of that sort. Yeah, I'm not going to heal anyone this turn. Get him, Kai. Get him, Burke. It's just a mosquito. This should not be taking this long. Yeah, that's the move that's going to do it. So I know this is early goings in the game, but from the impressions that I've gotten, this is about as deep as combat gets.
Kai doesn't get to level up.
Yeah, fuck you, Kai. Fucking loser.
Oh.
Let's keep going this way. Oh, cool, a chest.
Or gold from Pitfall.
Oh, a night shield. That's probably a better shield than whatever we currently have.
The trash can lid.
Yeah, you know, a safe bet. I will... Oh, she can't... Oh, wear it, because it's probably too, like, advanced to shield. So, sure, shield... we'll put the night shield on Kai, because we need them and their critical hits. And Burke can tank with a trash can lid, I guess. There's nothing there. Anything on the sides
Finally,
of the screen?
a real weapon. Trash.
There we go. Vultures. They can tell that we're dead meat. We're dead men walking already. Let's, yeah, just all attack turns. See how much damage they do to us. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I might need to do some healing turns in this one. $21 damage. So that one level up already made like a 10-point differential in damage. Which is what I mean when I say that, like, ultimately... Wait, no, Kai should really be on the attack. I think Burke can take a hit. Mashili can take one hit. You know, fuck it, we'll just do another attack turn. Or no, I'll heal Burke. Yeah, this will be fine, we'll live. Yeah, the items do make a big difference, but ultimately, like, there was a point where I was, like, pretty deep into the game, I think. Several hours in, just using, like, some of the starting equipment still, and doing just fine, because I had leveled sufficiently. And I think the levels count for more than anything. Just because the benefits, the boosts you get with each level are magnitudes, or orders of magnitude stronger. Oh! Bye, Machilia! Now she won't get XP for the fight. Which sucks. Oh, that was a Burke critical hit. Now, mercifully, once we get out of this fight and level up again, if I just go into the menu, she has 1 HP, so she would come back with 1 HP in the next fight, basically. You don't need to, like, revive. So I'll just have her heal herself. Tiger Chimera says, you stole that shield that must belong to Knight on the other screen. Let's see, you know, we have the Knight shield. You want this lady? No. You're putting up a poll that says best Verk voice right now?
Yes. Let's figure it out. See what the people like.
Well, you keep an eye on that. I'll be keeping an eye on the screen. Folks, I really do hope this playthrough is interesting to some extent to someone out there. please to leave comments on youtube.com.
Yes.
Now it's a little out of the wheelhouse, but this is big news. This is what I've been calling prestige content. In that we wanted to be like one of the first to jump on this, regardless of what it is. And we're doing the hard work of being like, oh, this game is unstreamable, so that other people don't have to. So people have to make the same mistake we did. Sorry, but she ain't sailing right now, Sonny. The hull is in bad shape and will take some time to repair. I think that's every screen on the town visited. Which means we can go back to the doctor. Give him the medicine. Ah, you've got the medicine! I'll get right to work. Okay, it's done! That was it!
It was delicious, thank you.
Okay, I've given him the medicine, but it'll be about a day before he wakes up. I'm sorry, but please try coming by tomorrow. Hi, let's get a room at the inn. We'll check tomorrow.
Okay.
Sure.
Uh,
What's with these little dolls up here?
Can I sleep here?
Alright, time to hit the head. Or the bed, I mean. Tiger Chimera says, it's a new RPG, so it's got my attention so far. I don't know if new is the right word. Also, I walked back into the building by accident, so that's where I'm going to use my rewinds primarily.
30 seconds left in the poll. Get those votes in.
What's it looking like so far? Is everyone telling us, please don't do voices?
That was not an option.
That will not be a choice that you can make. Live with it. Alright, you ready for some shenanigans? Ready for another comedy
Go
scene?
for it.
Yeah, so we'll be staying the night here. If you try to leave town, you're just basically like, no, we gotta stay in town and wait for that guy to heal. Thank you, your room is straight in the back.
Well, it's a tie.
Great.
Between your big brute voice and my deep voice.
Let's do like a chimera. Let's do them both at the same time. Ready?
Okay.
Ooh, gotta wait till tomorrow.
What? How'd you do that? I'm just glad he's letting us see him at all. Since he's refusing visitors and all that.
That's true.
Gru. This is the tie into Minions, Rise of Gru, see it in theaters. What's with the figures on top of the dresser in this place too?
You hungry? There's some apples in here. You want?
Yep. Thankfully, I found just the thing.
What's that?
It looks like a mushroom. Where'd you find it?
Just a little something I snagged while we were in that digging camp. I saw the guys in charge eating them here and there, and I thought they looked delicious. I stole a few, thinking I'd eat them later. Let's see if the inn has a chef who can cook us something.
I think I'm finding my Peter,
I think you are.
whatever his name is.
I'm sure they'd make a mighty fine stew.
They're both shaking their
No.
heads no for some reason.
No.
See? It's just like I said. Don't hold back. There's plenty where that came from.
I'm stuffed.
Nom, 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 nom.
Maybe like a more animalistic cookie monster. Yeah.
No need to no need to be so sloppy, Michaelia. Stew's not running away anywhere. Does she kind of look like a squirrel to you, the way she's eating?
Something's not right. Is she possessed?
Really? She seems same to me.
Burke, how do you do that with the two voices? You seem a little off too, actually.
Oh, she ran off. What's happening?
Don't
Hey,
mind my-
do you see that in the corner over there?
I have
What's
a loose
happened to
cable.
us?
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, for fuck's sake, RetroArch. Okay, I think we're past the worst of it.
Yeah, you think she ate something bad?
I know, we're all eating the same fucking mushroom soup. Soup.
Away I go.
The rest of your group already left. Are you not staying the night, or you want to stay the? If you want to stay the tonight, please enter the door on your right. Michelle. Oh, Burke.
Michaelia, where you going?
Dum 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 doo 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 doo.
Oh no, she ran too fast and skipped the thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What now? She went into the hot spring.
What now indeed? Smirks.
I hate where this is going.
As a man, there's only one thing to do here. Give her privacy. Alright, go peek at her.
Burke.
Come on, go for it.
I just want to take the time to point out that according to the manual, Michaelia is 15 years old. Kai is 17. Burke is like in his 40s. Just thought people should know that.
Oh.
Like, Kai?
Sorry. Burke just...
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Idiot-faced pervert! Don't talk to me ever again. Smack. Thud. Huh? Kai? Good morning. Did you sleep well last night? My head hurts.
Let's just get to the clinic already.
Aren't you so glad we unlocked that scene, that extra scene there? Really added a lot.
And that's how I spent my summer vacation. The end.
Like, if I can make an observation here, I know
Yes.
it's crazy that we would do it in the context of this playthrough. They're trying to hit all the anime tropes, but without the ability to render those scenes in any sort of satisfactory way to like actually show characters like going into the water or animating in any sort of way, or even doing like a CG cutscene or even like an animated cut-in. And that stuff would have, you know, been creepy to the extent of knowing what these characters are and how old they are and whatnot, and just like barely knowing each other and so on and so forth. But like, you know, would have added production value.
The hot springs up brings back bittersweet memories.
And whose fault is that, Burke?
Let's just forget about it. Like, honestly, yes. Let's do our best to put that out of our minds. Alright, to the clinic we go. I left the room unlocked. Feel free to come and go.
Why?
Go into this room? No.
That seems irresponsible, Doctor.
Can't wait to see this old man that we're talking to. And the camera is framed to completely obscure him, so we can't see who we're talking to in this scene. Yes, please.
Who are you?
Oh, good. You're like awake. How are you feeling, mister?
My name's Marl. I ask that you call me as such.
That's me.
Oh, sorry.
Well then, Marl, we'd like to ask about the quote-unquote people becoming monsters disease.
What would you do with such knowledge?
We'd help the people, of course.
In Rune Malna, specifically, we met someone suffering from this disease. But he couldn't do anything.
Like, please, Marl. You can help them, can't you?
Michaelia.
Nothing I can do. There's too much I still don't know. Not enough to cure someone, that's for sure. I know how to get the shit kicked out of me, though. I'm an expert
I'm a
at that.
bastard, that art.
What's with that attitude? What's with the attitude? Then what the blaze is all your research been for?
That big guy's loud as heck. Can someone throw him out of here?
You shitty old man.
Going for the jugular.
Erk. Don't call him old.
You two are much more calm. Anyway, this disease is beyond human comprehension. I can't say for certain, but it feels like some external power. Some influence from an outside force. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like not here, but out there. If only we could grasp its true form.
We'll investigate the cause.
Oh, that's a bold declaration.
We saw someone suffering right before us.
And it was
Yeah,
nice
you
for it not
mentioned
to
that.
be me for a change. It was strange seeing someone else suffer the way I do.
But we couldn't even help them. If there's anything we can do, please tell us.
Pretty plain, but a good sentiment. Well, feel free to investigate if you get the chance on your journey. Take this with you as a parting gift.
You learn Volga. You learn
He just
Thor Low. You
he just
learn
spits in his face.
Ice Rock.
Fury. These spells will let you damage enemies with various elements.
Would it have been fucked if you spent money, if you ground out to get the money to buy these spells from the magician in the other town, and you just get all of them for free here?
Use them well.
Unless you knew them already, in which case, fuck you.
Thank you. Well, we'll be on our way. I don't think you're old, shitty man.
Wait, young man. What's your story?
You got about 2 hours? My story?
This is my story.
I was stolen from my parents when I was a baby. So I'm still learning my own story.
Oh, that's stupid. I mean, I didn't mean to press. Don't let it bother you, you know? Having a stupid backstory. Right, you should try going to New Heinrow Castle at least once. They have a water slide. Someone there known as the Sage is an old friend of mine. Like, old friend. Tell him I sent you.
He should give you the time of day and then tell you to fuck off. He'll be like, it's 5 o'clock, get out of here, kid. One more thing. Let me give you a warning as someone wise in their years. Don't tell anyone you're a magician, they'll just kick the shit out of you. Don't drag that Mikola girl with you on your journey. Mikola? Why? She'll just get in your way. There's no reason to bring her on a journey you know will be dangerous. You should pick more dependable friends. Your friends suck. If that's all you have to say, then I'll take my leave. Before you go, your friends really suck. I haven't heard your name yet, by the way. My name is Kai. Kai Orpheus.
Kai
Mingling. Orpheus.
Oh, remember it. Time to die.
What happened? Sure took your time, didn't you?
Oh, you know.
No, don't worry about it, okay?
Like, what should we do now? I love being here, by the way. I just love being a part of this party. You guys are so cool. I hope we never, ever split up, ever.
Let's keep heading towards Mel. Mikaela, you go that way. We'll go this way. It sounds like someone who knows Mikaela might be there.
It sounds like someone who knows. Really?
That, and we can meet the owner, Locket's owners.
Right.
Works for me. It's not far from here.
Nothing is far from anywhere. Everything is in the next town over.
Okay, let's get moving.
Sure.
How do you save in this game, by the way?
No visitors. Doctor's permission required. Hey,
What
Doc.
What happened to unlocked door policy around here?
Just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I can cure anything. Even if I can cure them, they won't be back to normal like magic. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting too old for this. Getting too old for this shit. How do you save? Like this.
There you go. Because I'm thinking it is getting close to that time.
It is.
And we did hit kind of a point where we can kind of like cleanly go next episode.
Yeah, I want to at least make it to the map. Just to make sure that everything is properly, sufficiently unlocked. We didn't miss anything here. Yep. Perfect.
Yep, we're there.
Alright, what a long and arduous journey with no random encounters or any battles or anything of consequence happening between that huge stretch of land.
Well, Kai, what are we gonna do?
First off, we should find the family who owns the pendant. I believe the captain said his family manages an inn.
Did he say that? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. I mean, I'm pretty negative, really, but about this thing, I'm pretty positive.
All right, if you say so, let's check the inn then.
Alright, let's save again here. Overwriting all data. Yeah, by all means. Please, save away. Save over those 6 hours of progress I made earlier. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one for tonight. For this week's episode. Huh. Boy, howdy.
Oh no, it went dark. I can't see anything. What's happening?
Well, I hope people appreciate the direction we're going with this one. If not, feel free to sound off. If you want us to just get back to just commenting, because I'm warning you, when there's a game that's 90% dialogue, if we're just gonna like fill air and have people read subtitles, I mean, we're trying to figure out how to make this watchable.
I'm having fun with this.
That's good. It's a tough one to crack. This is a tough one to figure out how to present. It is one that I'm tempted to say, like, you know, play it on your own if you're so inclined, if you want to take it somewhat seriously. But if it looks like a game that looks like just pure tedium, and if these voices add something, then I hope we're serving that purpose.
Chat
As for
seems
the
like
game
it so
itself,
far.
I'm glad. As for the game itself, like, obviously, we're already running up against, like, a pretty fucking major issues with, you know, the design, the presentation, the loads, the music, pretty much every factor in this game. So, like, you can already start to gather, like, why is this, like, a perfect storm of bad game history, of kusoge, of just everything that could have gone wrong with this game went wrong with this game. And that's something. That's magic. Games like this are few and far between, are a rare treat, a rare treasure in these trying times. Codeman38 pointing out this was a full 6,800 yen price game, by the way. Yes, that's true. I did read that on the PlayStation store catalog, where they have the original retail prices for games. This was a full price game. It was 2 discs. Bear in mind, double the disc. We'll figure out how to switch discs when that time comes up. I know how to switch discs in this emulator. But yeah, we do hope that you'll stick around. We do hope that you'll see this adventure through to the end, even if it takes a little longer than the 10 to 12 hours, which I suspect it might if we need to stop to read everything. But, yeah, Ancient Roman, hell of a game. Hell of a history. I have reported as much of it as I could. I hope that was of value to someone out there, potentially. And, yeah, we'll be back with this on Tuesday next week. This Thursday coming up is the end of Balan Wonderworld, finally.
I can only hope.
And we'll have to find a new playthrough to take over for Thursdays as well. That'll be patron voted. That'll be picked by our Twitch subscribers, Patreon pledgers, and Discord boosters. Hit them with a link to the Discord, please. And if you join the Discord and you are someone who supports us monetarily, you will have say in what games we play, in votes, and so forth, and in suggestions in the Patreon Saints channel. So please, to consider having your voice heard and helping determine the direction of the stream in some capacity. We picked this one ourselves. I made this decision. The onus is on me for this one. But it will continue. Oh, and Saturday, theme night, Friday night, something. It's always something. And then next week, I have my calendar days right? Next week, yes, I will not be around on the Thursday the 25th or Saturday the 27th. I will be out of town, out of state. Charkie will be streaming on those days.
Yep.
Do you want to reveal what you were streaming, or do we wait to get a little closer to it?
Let's wait till we get a little closer to it.
That is fair. But the Bad Game Hall of Fame will go on. Nothing stops the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Nothing stops Ancient Roman. Nothing stops us from rating whoever might be streaming at this hour. I spy with my little eye. Dot Level is playing around with a new RetroChink 4K, and they appear to be playing Double Dragon 2 on the NES. Double Dragon the Revenge, if memory serves. So we'll send folk that away. Please to let them know we sent you. Please to send our love along with yourselves. And please to continue watching the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Please to continue supporting us. Please to help us grow this goofy thing that we do. Please to consider check out the YouTube channel and some of these streams on demand there. Some of the suggested shows are a great way to onboard people, we like to think. And we hope to bring more folk into the tent, more folk into the party here as we grow our JRPG party, as we recruit an entire town, entire village to walk with us into the forest where battles will commence. I've been your wise and sardonic thief, Cassidy.
And I've been your comic relief that gets killed off halfway through Charky.
Thank you again, everyone. And for now, bye!
Good night, everybody.